Brooklyn, New York. Raze back live again. Tell her bros, tell them pros, tell her haters, tell a friend. Bring the smoke, we ain't scared of you mofos. Head on the swivel, beware the motos. Travel news, smoke lives is lit. Surveys a crew in the building, who the with? Raze, reporting live from his mama's basement. We monetize, even the lives you can't say shit. So grab a beer and enjoy the show. We the travel space kings, ready, set, let's go. Raze. Brooklyn, New York. Raze back live again. Tell her bros, tell them pros, tell her haters, tell a friend. Bring the smoke, we ain't scared of you mofos. Head on the swivel, beware the motos. Travel news, smoke lives is lit. Surveys a crew in the building, who the with? Raze, reporting live from his mama's basement. We monetize, even the lives you can't say shit. So grab a beer and enjoy the show. We the travel space kings, ready, set, let's go. Raze. Let the countdown begin. Raze back live again. Pop culture, entertainment, of course, the hot topics. Traveling somewhere in the tropics. Usually preserved for smoke show panels, $1 million plays. We expanding the channel, they say opinions like assholes. Watch your mouth at all times and don't mess up the cash flow. We live.
Hey, you be with Raze Red?
Yeah,
I know.
Raze on here right now. What up? You on with
what's up, my boy?
We on with the gangster lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend, we watching shit in that y'all, bro. Y'all famous to us, bro. That's all we watch in the States, bro. That's all we watch, bro.
Okay. So you know what it is then.
I'm gonna catch y'all, man. Put us on YouTube with you.
Okay, you subscribe to
Chicago.
Chi-Town.
All time.
Yeah, you subscribe to the channel?
Yep.
Okay, the gangster lifestyle.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Yeah, y'all.
All right.
I already know you, bro.
Okay.
I'll catch you next time.
All
hey,
right.
What's up, brother?
So, yeah. Who wants to be the guy in the movement to be like, yo, I put that dude on his back and get all the bragging rights and the clout that comes with it? It only takes one. Or two in my intuition's case. I mean, they're gonna get hurt, but I mean they could try. So it would be two in their case.
Yo, Rob talking hot.
Rob
talking hot, man. You know they're gonna respond to this.
It's gonna be in Sosua on the beach, October 29th, and Flip Flop's already got like a Halloween event going on at the same time too, like from like the 29th through the 2nd. So there's already an event going on. People are coming there. right? The guys that are hosting the boxing, this is like their 13th one, so they got it together. They actually got like pro level fighters and stuff in there, judges, right? Like they have like the real deal thing going on. And
I would love to see something like this happen. Like I said, I wouldn't mind fighting multiple people in the same night. You know what I'm saying? Someone I really got smoked with, I would love for that to happen. But these dudes, man, these dudes gonna have every kind of excuse in the book. They flying to this country, they don't got time for that. Blah blah blah.
Now let me ask you a question.
passport, bro.
Huh?
I'm just curious. Does anybody in the chat tell me who you think is going to accept it? And or do you believe anybody's going to accept it? But go ahead, because I don't think nobody.
What's up, the life gang? None of none of them other dudes look like they ready for a fight.
Right.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Homie, I'm not saying that you gonna whoop Rob's ass like you might think you is just because you're a little bit younger. Nah.
I don't be sleeping on.
Passport Bros. Migración impidió el ingreso del influencer Don P. Sounds, señalado de promover el turismo con fines de explotación sexual y de ofrecer paquetes para extranjeros en el país.
Alguien dejó el espacio para la Feria de las Flores del 3 de agosto al 10 de agosto.
Pero según investigaciones oficiales de Migración Colombia, detrás de esa publicidad turística habría una realidad mucho más oscura. La presunta promoción de viajes con fines de explotación sexual. La autoridad migratoria, como uno de los fundadores del movimiento Passport Bros, señalado por la entidad de promover este tipo de turismo a través de redes sociales.
In Medellin, Colombia. Now, I wasn't given a specific reason why I was denied entry, but I was told that there's something going on for Flower Festival where they basically are not letting as many people in, and I've been to Medellin a lot. Why am I being prevented from entering? And they said, well, we have some reports. And I said, what kind of reports? Well, they're anonymous reports. Well, let me see the reports. Well, you can't see them. They're anonymous reports. So then, I guess they looked me up, and they came back and they said, oh, you're famous. And I was like, no, I'm not famous. They said, well, you have a lot of followers in your community. And I was like, yeah, I have a good number of followers.
Yeah, Raze back live again on this Monday evening live stream extravaganza. Woo! Man, oh man, oh man. Hit that like button as you guys come in because we have a special guest here this evening, Mr. Don P. Sounds. We'll be here to discuss him getting denied access to Medellin, guys. Yes, the beauties of Medellin was denied to Don P. Sounds, and we're gonna see why. He's gonna tell us why, what happened at that airport, why he was turned away, and we had multiple people getting turned away over the past few months. You know what I mean? Few months to a year now. And Don P. Sounds is here. He will be here in a couple of minutes to discuss why that happened to him. And man, guys, get your questions ready for Don P. Sounds and your statements because we got to discuss this. We have to discuss this. I will be dropping a link later on. And like I said, as always, guys, treat the guests with respect, guys. And we're gonna get to him in like a couple of minutes. I see he's in the back right now. Let me turn this camera on. First, let me see. Let me give you some shout outs. Let me give some shout outs first to Tim Howard, the Mega Moderators in the building. Rello Madoff is in the building. Shout out to Fly Traveler. Uncle Rico is in the building. Salute to you, Uncle Rico. Como está? Como está? Yeah, shout out to everybody watching. Jack Daniel. Like I said, get your questions ready and comments for Mr. John. My fault, Don P. Don P. will be here in a minute. Hit that like button though, guys. Get the lights up because this travel space is on fire. On fire. I seen Keith was live. He was out there with a chick out there inside Kenya. Kenya. Keith's making y'all want to go to Kenya, right? Guys, Keith is making y'all guys want to go to Kenya. Oh man, I'm gonna ask Don P if he want to go to Kenya. Now that he's probably seeing the videos, courtesy of In the Streets with Keys. Guys, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. All 170 people in the building watching Raze live on this evening live stream extravaganza. Like I said, Don P is in the back right now. Don P is waiting patiently for me to shut my mouth so he could come up and discuss what's going on out there inside. Well, he's supposed to be out there in Medellin, but unfortunately, he said somebody anonymously ratted him out, guys. Somebody anonymously ratted him out. Now you can say, well, ratted him out. What did he do illegal? Well, nothing, not from my knowledge, guys. Now I'm gonna have him up here and let him talk. But he's saying, that somebody, and now I seen from his Instagram, Don P Sounds, he does do the parties, right? He had a party scheduled out there inside Medellin. He said it's still going off, but without him, unfortunately. So like I said, we sipping tonight right now. So get your questions ready for Don P. And also, guys, we have a potential boxing match, multiple boxing matches out there inside Sosua, aka Sosua. Yes, the Sue, aka Sosua, and we're gonna see who sets the challenge. Remote Gringo Living. You just seen on the Homie Sub channel, and you see Mariah Sincere talking about it. Uncle Rico said, he don't think anybody's gonna take that challenge, but we're gonna see, and that's gonna be a huge event out there inside the Sue for Halloween. So I don't know. We'll see who accepts the challenge. Mr. Rob, and man, oh man, what a time to be alive in this travel space, guys. Hit the like button, get the lights up. Hit the like button, get the lights up. Don P Sounds will be here in a minute. Let me see. Thank you, TRK Travel, for that $2. The gates are closing in. Yes. Are people flying? Traveling? Well, Medellin specifically, they on that type of time. Now I know Don P said he was trying to get into Medellin. Now we've seen Chill Capo. We've seen many people get stopped. Some white guys get stopped out there, turned away, lost their access to the beauties. What's that? Redbeards, Casey Redbeards was also one of them. And let me see. So before Don P comes up, the mayor of Medellin, FICO, also got involved, and Don P talked about this on his Instagram. So this was the Mayor FICO, right? Mayor FICO right there, the mayor of Medellin, right there. He posted this on his Facebook, right? You see the party Don P has and the beautiful ladies right there, and this was the translation of that. Mr. FICO says, all right. In the middle of the flower fair, there are already those who want to come to Medellin with other intentions. We're not going to let them in here. As part of an investigation into alleged behavior associated with sexual exploitation, all right, judicial police work was advanced, and elements were compiled that allowed Migration Colombia to request the inadmissibility of American citizen Donald Johnson. Okay, so all right. So that is the mayor right there. Mayor, the words are kind of small, but yes, that is the mayor FICO right there. He said, look, he didn't let him in. I know Don P is kind of pissed. I gotta ask him, dude. I gotta ask Don P, did he have to pay for his flight back on his dime, or did Colombia pay for his flight back? I don't know, man. Hit the like button, guys. All right, you know what? Let's see. Let's, without further ado, let me bring him up right now. We're gonna get into this discussion. Hit the like button. Get your questions ready for it, Mr. Don P Sounds. Or over to his Instagram, and he has a YouTube channel also. I'm gonna drop his channel link also. And we see what he got to say. And guys, please be respectful. God damn it, be respectful to the goddamn guests. Okay, be respectful to the goddamn guests, because you know he might give y'all guys some gems that you guys can take with you when you traveling out anywhere abroad. You know, more specifically to Colombia. So without further ado, Don P Sounds. Salute, Don P Sounds.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing great right now. Unfortunately for you, I don't know how you're feeling right now, Don P Sounds.
I'm feeling good.
You sure about that, man? You was
I'm
close.
positive.
You decided the Medellin, the beauties, man. But
Here's why I'm feeling good. My team is doing an excellent job there in Colombia hosting the trip. I'm not there. I wanted to be there, of course, but I was denied. So it doesn't stop just because I'm not there. The show must go on, as always. My team is doing a great job. I got really good people there in Colombia who are Colombian citizens, and I've worked with for a long time, and they're doing a good job with the trip so far.
okay, all right. So all right, now you first tell people about your Instagram and your social media, because we seen the photo of you inside the airport, but we didn't know who it was. Some people were saying it was BMT because they blurred out the face, and you know they was talking about you were one of the leaders of the Passport Bro movement, one of the creators. So everybody was like, "Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this?" Getting turned around away from Colombia. So tell people who you are and your social media.
So I'm mostly TikTok famous, basically. That's where my biggest following is. And TikTok for me was a better platform because it paid me for what I do. And that's really what it was about at first, is just doing content and doing content that is good, that pays, right? And then as I started traveling again, because I've traveled to a lot of places well before this. Well before I was married, during my marriage, I traveled all over the world. I've been everywhere. My passport is stamped up. I've never been denied entry anywhere. Not Dubai, not Ireland, not London. Anywhere that I've gone, I've never been denied entry. So I was very surprised by this. And I think this comes at a time where, you know, the politics are changing in Medellin. And when politics change, they try to make a statement. And I can respect what the mayor said, and I can respect what the politicians there say. But I just respectfully disagree. I put a lot of money into Medellin. We talk about hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands. And I've never been an issue for anybody there. You know, I make sure that the guys stay respectful. I make sure that the guys tip well, that they have a good time, but they respect the fact that it's another country and another culture that they need to look at differently and respect. Like, can't be loud, can't be tipping bad. You need to make sure you order what you really want, because it's not going to get sent back. They're still going to charge you for it. They do things differently there, right? Than we do things here. And that's what makes the world a good place, right? I love Colombia. I love Medellin. I love the people there. I think they're some of the nicest people in the world. I've always been treated great there. I've always been treated amazing. I had a lot of people from Colombia DM me and text me and say, man, we ain't gonna get to see you. You know, and these are people that have worked for me, have done projects with me, have done business with me, and otherwise. So I've gotten my DMs have actually blown up a lot.
Right, because of hit the like button, guys. Follow the brother on TikTok. We're gonna drop his TikTok link. Maj, drop his TikTok. Say your TikTok again.
It's at Don P Sounds Off. At Don P Sounds Off.
Okay, at Don P Sounds Off. Go ahead, Maj. Drop his TikTok, guys. Yes, man. So yeah, so when you try to get in, now, did you have any inkling that you had any ops or people that were against you for doing the type of content with the chicks? Did you have any inkling? Of course, you heard of the people getting stopped and turned around inside Colombia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any warnings from or any inklings that you would get targeted somehow, some way?
I had an inkling based upon my competitors. I have competitors there in Medellin and competitors outside of Medellin that do the exact same thing that I do in terms of having parties, throwing trips. And I've been threatened by them. And I've been, I've been threatened by them. I've been talked bad about them and kind of followed around by them in an attempt to get me out of the market, because what I do is an amazing thing, and I do it all over the world. And bear in mind now, the trips don't stop, we'll adjust and be more sensitive to everybody's culture so that we won't have what we had happen in Medellin happen anybody else, anywhere else. But, I'm actually running multiple trips right now. And I didn't set up this company for me just to be there every time. I set it up kind of in a franchise way where no matter where cats are going, whether they're going to the east or to the west or to the south, they have a team there that can greet them, take care of them so they won't get taken advantage of, meet them at the airport, sign in their hand with your name on it, make sure you don't get taken on a tour of the city that you got to pay for. Make sure that you're staying in the best areas, give you security, translators, a chef if you need it. I'm going to continue to do that. The main thing is that I got from this is they didn't like my social media content. And my social media content has always been very straightforward and true and honest. If I make a mistake, I talk about it. If somebody else makes a mistake, I talk about it. If I'm in a bad place in life, I'll talk about it. But I can tell you this, over the last 3 years that I've run this company, it's been very positive. We haven't had any guys get into any serious trouble. We haven't had any of the incidents that you might see in other places happen to any guys. And I've had a lot of repeat business. And guys have done really well. They've appreciated it.
Okay. Hit the like button. All 290 people in the building watching Raze with Don P Sounds Off. Follow his TikTok. Now, when you got to the airport, how did they even find out it was you? Now, they said you got flagged, right? So did they stop you randomly inside the airport?
No, they didn't stop me randomly. So when I came up to come through the line in Medellin at immigration, I was told that it was a flag on my passport, and they told me to go have a seat down in the chairs to the left. And when they told me that it was a flag on my passport, I knew I was cooked. I knew it. I was like, maybe it's a 10% chance that I get in, but I knew with Flower Festival being there, and when I saw the intense amount of migration officers and police officers of all kinds, they are just supporting the migration officers. I knew, I said, I'm cooked. I'm absolutely cooked. And I was like, I can accept that because I've done nothing wrong, but I can understand if people don't like the way that I market and present my business. I can respect that from anybody, especially from a culture that I really enjoy and love. But what happened was She flagged me. I went and sat down. I was there about 10 minutes, and she said the manager was going to call me. The manager looked at my passport, pulled it up. He called me back. I went back to a back room behind the immigration desks, like kiosks. And I was back there, and it was already guys back there. One guy in particular, he had brought a gift for his girlfriend. They've been together for 2 years. And he was denied entry because of that. I believe.
What kind of gift? What kind of gift?
It was like something from Victoria's Secrets, I believe.
Lingerie, panties.
I couldn't tell because he just told me it was a gift for his girlfriend. And they also checked his phone, and they found a message from a year ago where him and his girl have been having some spicy conversations. But like, that's his girlfriend. Like, he goes back and forth to visit her, and she's able to travel too. And then another guy that was there had a visa. He had a visa, and he had 16 days left on his visa. So he wanted to use that time for Flower Festival. And he got denied entry as well. And it was several other guys. It wasn't just me. It was a lot of people, but they told me, you're famous, and so we're gonna use you. So that's how the whole situation kind of popped off. It was like they had a lot of people to choose from. And then when they ran everybody's stuff and they ran my name and they saw my social media come up, it was like, oh, you're famous, so we're gonna make you more famous. And you know what? I was treated well by the immigration officers, by the police, the immigration officers. I understand they was just doing their job. So I wasn't tripping on that. My main thing was I was concerned about my guys that were coming. But like I said, I have a strong team, and the guys are in the country. They're on the ground right now. I wish I could be there with them to hang out, but I'm here.
You are here on Razor Raze. 320 people watching Razor Raze live. Don P. Sounds Off is in the building, explaining why he maybe was treated, well, according to him, he definitely was treated unfairly. He says he supports Colombia. There's a lot of nice people in Colombia, but his ops and haters, people that's in competition, pretty much got him jammed up and hemmed up and got him turned away. Are those competition? Are they American black men? That's your competition?
No, they are. It's a group in Colombia, and then it's a group of let's just say mixed people that's in the United States. So I wouldn't say that it was a group of black men. No.
Okay. Sex Tourist Cook says TRK Travels. All right. Well, now you've seen Mayor FICO. Were you surprised that Mayor FICO actually put you in a post on Facebook to make an example out of you? That the mayor of Medellin himself will put you in a post and especially call you a sex tourist. Do you consider yourself a sex tourist?
No, not at all. I mean, I can have plenty of that in the United States of America. I run a professional travel concierge business, and I've ran it over the last 3 years, and it's done well. And it's done well because we provide services that people need, such as like the guys on this trip are doing Guatapé. Everything has been organized so they don't have to take a bus or anything. They have private cars. They're doing ATV riding, which is amazing, something that I love to do. Reservations for restaurants, making sure that they get picked up safely, having, they don't know the language, having translators there. All of these things to me are very important when people are traveling outside of the country, because I know how it felt when I first went to a country that I didn't speak the language. I know how that felt. It can be intimidating and frustrating for a lot of people. But like I said, because I want to tell you the rest of the story, kind of what happened. Because you asked something in your intro about the plane ticket home. they actually got the plane ticket for me home. They didn't keep me a long time. I got in about 2:15. I was on the plane headed to Panama and then connecting to the United States at 6:20. At 6:20. Now, when I got in Panama, I had a long layover, so that was a little bit long. But then I got back to the United States. I got checked at Customs Border Patrol. Everything checked out. I told them exactly the truth why I was sent back, and they also checked my phones in Medellin. So they looked through my bags. They didn't find anything that would deny me. They looked through my phones. They didn't find anything that would deny me. I think what the real reason, and I saw this actually, my ex-wife, I talked to her today, and she told me this. The reason why was the social media, and they didn't like how it was displayed on social media. And I can respect that. I don't have a problem with that. And as far as the mayor of Medellin, I have much love and respect for him. I think that in his mind, he wants to protect his people, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But the people that he is looking for, I'm not a sex tourist. I've never dealt in that. The people that I think he's looking for may be there, but it's not me. It's not me. And, you know, as a matter of fact, I have a lot of strict rules when you go on a trip with me. For instance, if you're going to have any guests or visitors, they need to have a photo ID, not a picture on the phone, nothing, an actual photo ID. And that needs to be checked by the security in front of the Airbnb or the hotel. And that needs to be sent to one of our team to verify as well. We need to verify and make sure that if a guy is choosing to have anybody visit him, that everything is legit and on the up and up.
Okay, so you know you pretty much you say you was following the rules as far as being a model guest out there. You on the up and up, nothing shady. And I mean, I seen your post with the party, right? Your parties that you post with the females. So do you think you are being treated unfairly because of your videos with the females? They are lumping you in with a sex tourist, like it or not, as far as that's concerned, and they think that you were a creator of the Passport Bros, right? So it's like they are. Do you think they're over elevating you, your fame?
Absolutely. They're over elevating me. Absolutely. They can't lump me in with sex tourists or trafficking because I'm not that. And that's not in my thought process ever doing anything. Before I did travel concierge service, I was in the music industry. I traveled the world. My life has been a lot of traveling, performing, going to studios in different parts of the world, working with different artists and everything. So I know that a lot of things are said, but it's a lot of things that are sensationalized. I'm not a sex tourist. I'm not a sex trafficker. That's not something that I think that I should be called, but I really can't control what other people say. Right. I can only control how I respond to it and what I say. And I'm convinced that there's a lot of guys, because I've had guys call the book after this went down. It was like, I saw what happened. I saw what went down, but I also saw your results for the guys, And one of the things that are missing here is all those guys that have stable, committed relationships with women. The guys who are engaged, the guys who are married. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I should have done a better job in marketing and showing more of that. But I try not to come between people's relationships. And I really prefer not to use people's relationships and marriage as a marketing tool, even though we've been successful in that field. You know, one of my good friends, he's getting ready to get engaged to someone that he met over there. And the first time he went was after he had some tragedies in his family. And I was like, come on, bro. You know, he was like, I don't feel like going anywhere right now. I was like, listen, I think this is going to be a good trip for you. I'll pay for it. Right. So I paid for it, brought him out there. Man, he got a taste of the weather, the food, just more oxygen in the air, the excitement that we all know is in Medellin. And it made a difference. And, you know, I don't think that the full story has been told. I think some of it has been highly exaggerated and sensationalized. I think that if I was a guy with 500 followers, it wouldn't have been me on that post, but I'm not that guy. And I've never been a guy that do things on a low level. I've never been a guy. Somebody asked, did you buy that shiny beard on Temu? No, this is all me.
Shinobi, yeah. They just playing around the trolls. Now, all 330 people watching. Don P sounds off. Now, Don P. Now, you, Sex Taurus. When you hear that name, do you feel offended if somebody was to call you that, or do you feel offended if somebody call you a passport bro? Do you consider yourself a passport bro?
I don't feel offended that someone calls me a passport bro, but calling me a sex tourist is just blatantly wrong and offensive. Okay. I think one of the challenges in the passport bro movement is that it's not, we don't have a clear message. It's not clear messaging. Okay. It's very fragmented is what I notice about it. And if you don't have clear messaging, and if you don't have clear leadership, it allows other people to define you, right? I don't know who's the leader of the Passport Bros, but I wouldn't consider myself one.
They said you were. They said you were like a founder of the Passport Bros. Like I said, people thought it was BMT Travels. I don't know Aaron Ferris. I don't know if you know him. And Passport Bros podcast.
I didn't found the Passport Bros. You know, I got on that movement. I would say when I got out of my marriage and I was dating in the United States, and I was like, this ain't it. And not that the women weren't gorgeous, beautiful women, gorgeous, awesome. But I think I just needed personally something else. So that's when I started traveling again, getting my feet wet, traveling again. You know, I went to a lot of places between the time that I started the company and the time that I started traveling heavy again. So no, I wouldn't say I'm a leader of the Passport Bros, but yes, it's very offensive to call me a sex tourist. I've never had any designs on doing anything like that.
Right. Well, I think a lot of your followers may be single men. Don P sounds off. That's why you don't go to like the marriage route, promoting the marriage, right? I think maybe a lot of your viewers, you know, and people that go to those parties are single men. And Colombia has been on especially Medellin, has been on a defensive. Well, I guess they're on offense now, stopping, I guess, single guys with the condoms inside their bag. Did you have any condoms in your bag or anything? But you was flagged anyway. So they flagged your passport.
But they checked both of my bags and they checked my phones as well.
Woo! And they didn't give you no option to not let them go inside your phone.
No, here's the thing. I know who I am and I know what I'm not. So I had no objection to them checking my phones. Like my phones have been checked before, not necessarily there, but in other places, my phones have been checked.
Wow.
And I didn't have any objection to it, honestly, because in my mind, you got to understand, this is a business for me. I'm thinking about all of the guys that are in the air on planes that I got to set everything up for. I got a whole crew there that's waiting for orders from the boss. you know, that, hey, we need to make sure that we get a separate car for this guy because he's coming this route or whatnot. Or we need to make sure that we get these reservations, set this up. So I'm thinking about the business and everybody that's dependent on me. And by the way, I'm employing citizens of Medellin, Colombia, right? So I'm not importing other people to work. I'm not importing other people to work there. I'm making sure that I invest in the economy there and invest in the people there, and I pay well. I pay well.
That's a great gesture. And they know that? Well, the Colombia know that you do that?
I don't think that they knew that until I put out my statement video. And when I put out my statement video, I tagged as many Colombian major news organizations as I could find. I tagged them, right? And I've heard back from one, and I'm supposed to have an interview, but you have the exclusive. This is my first official interview that I've done that's not on my own platform about this situation.
Oh, wow. Guys, you got to follow Don P Sounds Off on TikTok. Man, so this is highly educational because now he said he doesn't, and shout out to everybody in the chat. And I'm going to get you our super chats in a minute. Get your questions and comments for Don P Sounds Off, and he's gracing us with some info on the reason. He's taking it all in good stride. You know, he said he's in a good place right now. He's still happy right now. So he's not overly down that, you know, they turned him away from Medellin, which is good, you know. Now, you know, Don, you know, that getting turned away, and he did say, guys, that he did not have to pay for his own flight back. You didn't have to pay for your own flight back. No. So I always wondered that. And, you know, they went through his phone. He didn't stop. Now, did you feel a little intimidated about them going through your phone, even though you said, all right? So what would have happened, you think, if you'd have said, no, you can't go through my phone? Like, what would have happened? I always wondered that.
I think the same thing. So I was told by one of the officers, they asked me for business references and personal references. And I gave it to them. And so they checked them. They said, oh, so this is a legit business, business. I was like, yes. I wanted to cooperate for two reasons. Number one, I wanted to show them that I didn't have anything to hide. Because when I got pulled back there, I knew what the narrative would be. You have to understand, I grew up in the entertainment industry in Los Angeles, right? So I knew what the narrative would be if I didn't give access to my phones. And the second reason is I thought that if I did show them that I didn't have nothing to hide and they looked at my bags and checked me out and saw that I was clean, that I would be led on my way, right? So I could go and run the trip, you know? I'm a businessman at heart. I'm a businessman. And my main thing is to complete the business, complete the mission. You know, people pay for a trip and I have to deliver. Okay. And so for me, that was on my mind. And that's why I was like, yeah, check my phones out. They checked my phones. They found nothing. They just brought my phones back to me. And, you know, I was trying to be kind of like a sense of calm for the other guys who was back there because you could feel the tension and the stress. And I've been under high pressure situations many times in my life. And I know how to deal with them. I have the tools to deal with them. Some people don't. Some people don't have the tools to deal with them. And they have anxiety. And sometimes they're looking to people to provide a sense of calm. And that's what I wanted to do. Because I respect Migration in Medellin, Colombia, and the mayor. That is their job, to protect people. And like I said, I think where I made a mistake and what I did wrong was the way that I went about promoting the company, and I didn't show the other side of it. So I think that's where I made my mistake. But the company is legitimate, and I wanted to show them You're not going to find any of that in my phone. You're not going to find any of that. So you can look through it. And now I'm going to be honest with you guys. I want to be clear. The first time my phone was ever checked was coming inside of the United States. So I want to be clear with you guys. Maybe this is something that you guys don't know. When you're coming inside of the United States, you can tell them, no, you can't search my phone. But because you're technically not inside of the country, your Fourth Amendment rights do not yet apply.
Oh, okay.
They can't prevent you from coming into the country, but your Fourth Amendment rights do not apply. So the first time that they asked me to check my phone, I was very surprised coming into the country. It wasn't just me. Again, I wasn't targeted. This was something that, during the ICE push and the immigration push that was pushed hard, where, they were looking for things like people coming in to work illegally or people that would have certain things on their phone that's illegal, et cetera. And I was brought back to a room then, and they had big signs up that said, no phones, no phone usage, no phones.
Wait a minute, but stop. What airport did you get stopped in, and where were you coming from?
This was in Houston, Texas. I was coming from Colombia. I was coming from Medellin.
Colombia, ding, 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 ding. Colombia. Okay, so I think I know why they suspect, trafficking and stuff like that. All right, but go ahead.
Right. So now, at that time, I was out there by myself. It was no trip. I was out there by myself. I had a spot. I was working on stuff, knocking stuff out, and I just didn't want to go home. I just wanted to chill and relax. Did a lot of sleeping. I actually got sick. Doctor helped me get better out there. It was great. I saw somebody ask about a tourist visa. I don't have a tourist visa. All of the transactions for my work was done on the US side. No different than Expedia or any other company that you might travel to. So charging for the trips and the party was free, by the way. The party was not going to cost a dime.
The people. Wait a minute. The party in Medellin is free. That you're gonna have people go for free.
Yeah, wow. I was gonna have people go for free. Party was free.
And you wasn't even going to get paid, and they still, because some people were saying people were saying that you can't make money like that, without like a work visa and stuff like that. You charging, so people are like, well, yeah, Colombia got the right to do that because you're not supposed to be making money. So you kind of dispelled that you wasn't profiting off the party.
No, I was paying for the party out of my own pocket.
Wow, that's it. That's news.
Because I wanted everybody to have a good time and not have to worry about what the tab was going to be. My transactions for my trips happen in the States. We do, and it's a part of a whole process. I consult with guys first, see where they want to go in the world, tell them what they can expect, ask them, what they're looking to do. Make sure that they feel comfortable with the language difference, even though we have translators. Some guys just don't feel comfortable with a language they don't know, So that's what I'm getting paid for. And then the legwork of making sure we book the right places for them, making sure that we book the right flights for them, making sure that we set up help them understand this is what you're going to have to do when you go through immigration. This is what you're going to need. Because a lot of my clients have never flown internationally ever before.
Right.
They just got their passports. So they feel more comfortable knowing that somebody that they can trust will have somebody on the other end of where they're going to with a sign with their name on it, with a sign saying,
yeah,
hey, XYZ person, you're with us. We got you. So it gave a lot of people the courage to travel that otherwise wouldn't travel.
Got you. Hit the like button. All 375 people watching Razor Raze with Don P Sounds Off. Go to his social media. TikTok, Auto Will had dropped it inside the chat. Go ahead and continue to drop his social medias, guys. Automod, shout out to Automod, the Mega Moderator, Tim Howard, and Auto Will. Thank you for dropping Don P Sounds Off social media. How famous are you? Says TRK Travels with a $2 donation. Razor Race Fun. How many followers do you have on TikTok?
I don't see myself as famous at all. I think just a lot of people have taken viral videos that I've done and they've kind of reposted them different places. So maybe I have more of an impact than I realize. But when the immigration officer came back to me and said, "You're famous," I looked at him with a straight face and said, "No, I'm not." He was like, "Yes, you are. You have a lot of followers." I was like, well, plenty of people have more followers than me. You know, I have over 100,000 followers on TikTok. But to me, that's not a lot.
I mean, all right. I mean, that's all right. It's good. I say that's good. I say that's good.
Because I mean, you got to understand, I grew up in the music industry and they doing $1 million numbers. So to me, making it to 1 million followers would be a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, I'm looking at where I want to be more than where I am.
Got you. But to them, they looking at that 100,000. They're like, "Hey, Poppy, this is you big time, Poppy. You big time." Yeah. I mean, I think, wow. But like my guy V Swell says, once you sign up for this stuff, you can't cry about it, which you're not crying at all right now.
No.
In good spirits. And man,
No, I'm not the type of person that's going to cry over something that I have no control over. And you know, that's one of the most important keys as a man that I found. If you can't control it, if it's not within your control, stop worrying about it.
Right.
Don't complain about it. Focus on what you can control, because that always makes you feel better. Right?
Right. You know, and I don't think that's a fake hat, Caribbean Casanova. Thank you for that $1.99 donation.
No, it's not fake. It's real.
It's not fake, Casanova. Thank you for the $1.99 D-Web. I appreciate that. 2 more beers for Razor Raze. I'm going to be drinking later on tonight, too. Burner Account. So we read this one. Burner Account, thank you for the $4.99. He explained that. He said he wasn't charging for the party. So that's big.
Wasn't charging.
He wasn't charging for the party. Thank you, Burner Account, for the $4.99. Casanova comes back, $1.99. So you was promoting partying with pros and got booked. Now, no,
it wasn't actually.
Wasn't pros, right? You mean?
No, I got a lot of friends that do all kinds of work, banking, work selling shoes, houses. They were all invited. I know a lot of people there. I've been going there continuously for like the last 3 years. I made a lot of friends there.
Yeah.
I put a lot into the city, into the local businesses there. I put a lot of money in there. I always tip 30%. 30%. I always tip well. I encourage my guys to tip well. You'll see me a lot of times out. Cats come up to me and they see me. I know that they having challenging times. I go, "Here, take that. That's on me."
Right.
You know, so to go back to the question that you asked about how do I feel about people calling me, saying that it's sex tourism, I feel quite bad about that, because that couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, I've had families that have been destitute out there come to me and I'll be like, "Here you go, take this, go take care of your family." I've had people that have had sticky situations out there that I've helped them resolve and kind of come to an understanding about. I've done a lot. So it was jarring to see where I was put and what they were saying. But with all due respect to the mayor of Medellin, you know, he doesn't have all of the information. He has a part of it. So, you know, when you have a part of information and it's easier to make a determination about what you think the whole story is. But when you get different pieces of information, like there's 6 jobs on the line for Medellin citizens with me. When you get different information, I got excellent character references there. When you get different information, it allows you to make a different assessment. So I don't take it personally. I'm not upset. And I've never actually been down in this whole process because I've been focused. Like I said, I got guys here. I got guys in other places in the world that I got to make sure that they're okay, that they're good, period.
Right. And Paid asked a good question. Thank you for the $2 Canadian. Are you banned for good or just for a period of time?
No, I'm not banned for good. Actually, I hired an attorney to take care of the immigration matter there and to get that back on a stable footing. I was never told that I was banned for good. I didn't get any lifetime ban. They didn't even put banned in my passport. But they told me, and this is what they told me exactly. We're going to deny your entry this time. One of the police officers said, try back again in like 30 days, give it a month or so. But for me, I have no time to waste. I have a lot of things going on. So I just thought it would be more prudent to hire an attorney and let that firm sort out anything that I need to do to get back on equal footing so that I can travel as I need. But I do know that I'm not banned for good. But the exact period of time can range from 6 months to 2 years.
Oh, God, just off of this flag alone?
Mm-hmm. It can range for 6 months to 2 years. Now, you can appeal that.
Right.
And you can appeal that. And if you're successful on appeal, it can be overturned, or it could come down to 30 days or 60 days. You know what I'm saying? So it really comes down to your immigration attorney and your circumstances, your personal circumstances. But
Wow.
I was never worried about that because I can't control it. It's their country. It's not mine. So they can choose to do whatever they choose to do.
So you hired the attorney to help you with the appeal of that, and so he's trying to fight it, guys. All 410 people watching Raze with Don P sounds off. Please go to his social media. He's giving us some insight on what happens when you get turned away from Medellin. I've done lives on this before, Don P. Now, this is the first time I've actually had someone on to specifically. Well, you know what? No, I had another person on like a year and a half ago. But Pathfinder came on, but he had like some stuff in his bag. He wasn't flagged. His passport wasn't flagged. But your passport is flagged. So I'm happy you're on to give people some insight on what happens with your. Because I'm thinking after 30 days, it said you could try to get back in, but I'm not sure. I think it's going to get flagged again. So you're working on the appeal with a lawyer, which is smart.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I let the attorneys do what they do best, to do their jobs. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I think that once all of the information comes out and they see the amount of money that I've been putting into their city and the good that I've done there, I think that everything will be okay. Like I said, the money that was charged on the U.S. side. So it was charged on the U.S. side. And that's the way that I do things. So it's not that I'm getting a tourist visa to go over there and try to take advantage of their economy. The complete opposite. I'm going over there to put money into the economy. And I stress to the guys, make sure you're generous. Make sure you're generous.
Yeah, you sound like a generous guy. You wasn't charging for the parties. Now they would say those were sex parties. Now there was
Well, I mean, no, you would go. No, that wasn't happening at the party. DJs, food, all kinds. No, that's not happening at the parties. No.
Okay, no, fair enough. Find the love in the DR with the $5 donation. Don P, have you not heard what happened to Capo? setting up Colombian chicas beauty with gringo parties. Seemingly a no. Read the room. So he's saying read the room. That's my guy, Find the Love in the DR. Now you heard about the Chill Capo, of course.
Oh, I know who Chill Capo is, and I don't really. He's been insightful. I have to say he's been insightful because he told me some things that I didn't know about the process and things of that nature. But I don't speak on other men's situations because I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I wasn't involved. So I pretty much stay to myself, and I don't go looking for negative stuff that's happening around me. I'm too busy, running a company, running a business to go look at every single bad thing that happens around me or things that we think are bad. All I can say about Capo in this situation is that he reached out to me when he saw that it happened because oddly enough, some of the videos that was put out had me and Capo on the video. And Capo has been gone from there for quite some time. So they kind of used some of his content and some of my content and had us both on the videos. And so, he reached out to me and he kind of shared some things with me that I didn't know, right? I was ignorant to. And it made more sense. And, but, I don't speak on another man's situation because I'm not in their shoes. I'm in my shoes and I know what I'm facing and what I have to overcome.
You know what? I respect that. I respect it. All 400 people watching, this guy, Don, peace out. You're you're a very impressive man. You sound like a great guy. You know what I mean? I'm highly impressed that you wasn't charging for the parties that pretty much got you jammed up. You should have been charging at this point, man. You should have been charging $200 a head if you're gonna.
Bro, I want everybody to come and have a good time. I want everybody to come and have a good time and not worry about a tab, the DJ bump, the food on the grill with the chef. I wanted everybody to have an amazing time and not worry about what the tab is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, to be honest with you, I would have charged them because these guys, I would have charged them, bro, because they're gonna have a good time anyway with the woman around now. That's the problem. The woman, man, now. Medellin has some bad women, man, a beautiful woman, and I guess Colombia. Now, what do you think about this? I guess Colombia is like they are feeling a little not guilty is not the word. Are they ashamed of their beautiful women? Are they ashamed of their women being so beautiful that American men, not just black men, are traveling out there for them and having parties to be around? Like, I don't get it 100%. I understand the exploitation. I understand minors. Now, guys, he hasn't been accused of any underage stuff, guys. So we're gonna put that out there. You having a party that you wasn't charging for. Basically, they sent you back for partying with illegal age females.
They sent me back for my social media.
And showing it. Matter of fact, showing it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Are they ashamed of it? Like, because it's like, are they ashamed that it's out there in the public? But it was innocent fun, pretty much. You're saying.
We had a good the parties. A lot of times was at establishments that I was patronizing. Right, I was paying the establishment, spending a really significant amount of money. So we was patronizing, Colombian establishments. But I don't think that shame has anything to do with it. I think that there's been some bad actors there, not me. I'm not a bad actor, but I think that there's been some other people that are bad actors that they want to crack down on, as they should. But I just got caught up because my social media, and they didn't like the way that it was portrayed. I respect that. They have every reason to say it, and I think that that's what happened. but I think they're very proud of the beauty of their country and their people and their women, especially. I just think that they're making some changes, and I think that those changes are going to affect way more people than just me. Like I'm just the tip of the spear. That's it. I can tell you, I've never, in all of my time being there, I got so many stamps with Colombia, it's ridiculous. I've never seen so many migration officers or police officers. They weren't there for me. They were there for everybody. And I wasn't the only one that was turned away. So I want to be very clear about that. If you look at the way that it's being portrayed, I was the one that they were looking for. That wasn't how it was. There were people in that room well before I got there. They had been there. I got there at 2:30 into the room. It's kind of like a holding area. I had people that told me they had been there since 8 something in the morning.
Wow.
I got out. They were still. Wow. I left. They were still there.
What were the demographics of the people in there for people watching?
I would say, it was a mix, but it was a mix of people, but it was probably heavier tilted on our side. But when I was in the line, it was a lot of people that looked like me in the line. So that would make sense. If it's more people that look like me and they're going to stop people, then it would make sense there's going to be more people back there that look like me that's going to be turned away. And I could respect that. But it was interesting to me, the guy that I don't think that they let him go. At least I left before him, who had a visa. He had 16 days left on his visa, and they stopped him. And he didn't seem optimistic about him getting in either.
Right, man.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. This is not about Don P. This is a hierarchical change in the way that they're doing things, period. And, I already saw a shift. I saw a shift a year ago. In the way that kind of the posture was, right?
Right.
Whether it be at the airport or at some of the hot spots where people hang out. I saw a shift a year ago. So this has been coming for a little while now.
Got you. $9.99. I was detained on Saturday with Rampage Jackson, says Jay Now. Luckily, they assumed I was part of his crew and they released us after 3 hours instead of sending us home. Wow. So Jay Now was, detained with Rampage Jackson. Okay, so you're right. You're not the only one. Thank you, Jay Now, for that $10.99, but $9.99. Let me see. All right. Paid the $2. Do we know why he was pre-flagged? Missed that part. Yeah, he said that he had some haters in competition, out there, that flagged him anonymously.
People sent my social media page to Migration.
That is wow. Social media is a mother effer, man. Are you regretting getting into the social media now? I mean, that's.
No, I don't.
Are you down on it?
No, I don't. Listen, my content has always been very straightforward and real. You know what I'm saying? And I did what I thought was cool and fun for the advertising and the marketing of it. There's a lot of different types of advertising and marketing I have on my page that doesn't involve partying or anything like that. But, they didn't go down that far, unfortunately. Like showing the spaces, the suites, showing showing ATV riding, showing the process of you coming in and somebody meeting you. There's a lot more to the marketing. But the loudest is always going to get the loudest post is always going to get the attention, and that's just how it is.
That's how it is. Well, this probably, this probably going to raise your stature even more now, with this, and you got some more interviews to do, now, do you, this,
I want to address the Burner's account. Burner
all right, there,
account.
please don't
So
share false information. Us can ask you, US can ask you to unlock your phone. You can say no, but they have the right to confiscate and crack it. All right, go ahead.
yeah, he didn't give me a chance. I didn't finish what happened with that story.
All
So
right, go ahead.
because this is the first time I had ever been asked something like that, I said no, and they said, well, you could say no, that's your right, but we're going to have to take both of your phones and your laptop and ship them off, have them basically opened and look at everything. We can send you off if you just let us look through your phone. I didn't have anything to hide in my phone. I just felt like it was an invasion of privacy that I didn't want to submit to. And they did take my phones and CBP, and they took my laptop. They sent it. They looked over it. They kept it for about a week. And a FedEx package arrived at my door, and they sent me my phones and my laptop back.
Okay. Hey, that burned account. You hit that burned account? So, and he's giving some valuable information. Find the love in the Dominican Republic, $2, Don P. Or you a Timo gangster lifestyle. I don't think he knows who Big Gains is. Flip DR.
I don't know who that is.
And Fresh Boy, $2. Don't you fret, bro. Kenya's arms are wide open. Or you think you're Fresh Boy? You plan on going to Kenya?
I'm planning on running trips all around the world. I think what I'm going to do is go by myself at first, like I've always been doing. Check out the infrastructure, build up a team there, and then offer the trip for people. But I'm still booking trips. Like the day after this happened, I booked 3 guys. I booked 3 guys. Like it's not about my guys or my company. It's about me, right? Now,
yes.
It was the best way to sell. So when I started this company, I had to make a decision how I was going to market it. And the quickest way to success of marketing it was by me being a spokesperson, right? So that's the way that I chose to market. Now going forward, I'm going to change the marketing strategy, right? And I'm going to do things a lot differently, because I try to learn from my mistakes and I try to learn from the challenges. But the marketing that was available to me at that time to get the company up and running with the investment that had been put in, I had to make it pop. And sometimes you just got to do it yourself. And that's what I did. So.
Yeah. Okay. Vince Manis with the $20 bomb. Hiring an attorney to enter a country who clearly doesn't want you there is low IQ, boss man. Oh man,
No, I respect what he's saying, and let me respond.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
I'll give you 2 reasons why it's high IQ. Number 1, you don't want to have your passport flagged unnecessarily anywhere in the world, especially when you travel as much as me. That's number 1. Right? Number 2, I need to find out what information was sent to them on me to flag my passport. And the only way that I can do that is by hiring an attorney and filing an appeal. So I need to know who these people are that are my competition, specifically that sent them whatever reports they sent them from my social media. Because I need to make sure that they don't try to do that in other places. Not that they would have as much of a pool outside of their home country or outside of the place that they do most of their business, but it's always smarter to know your enemy than to ignore them.
Oh, okay, guys. 410 people watching. Vince Manis, did you accept that answer, Vince Manis? Thank you for that $20 bomb. Razer fun. And Jordan, crazy idea, $5. You sound like the cartel when they say they're good people when they feed the community. You in the sex tourism, cut the BS. There's something. Now, thank you for that. Some people just not gonna believe you. You know, you're not.
You know, here's what I learned. People set something in their mind, and there's no reason trying to convince them because that's what they're set on. That's what they're set on. I've run so many trips, so many places, and still running trips. I have a very strict policy about how we deal with things. You know, this is not something that's promoted by me. It's not pushed. So at the end of the day, my number one thing to all of the guys is don't embarrass me, don't embarrass the company, don't embarrass yourself. Have a good time. Stay within the bounds of their culture and their law. That's what I tell them. Stay within the bounds of their culture, stay within the bounds of their law. Because we're guests, and I realize that.
Yes, and that's great. Burn account 189 Don P. Are you on YouTube as the biggest P? Now, you
No,
do have
I'm
a
not.
YouTube channel also,
No,
but I see you're
no.
not really active on YouTube.
I don't know. So I kind of gravitated towards TikTok first, and I created a following on TikTok. I am going to do more on YouTube and Instagram, but mostly on YouTube because I think now that I probably got a lot of knowledge to give to people. But yeah, most of my followers are on TikTok right now.
And TikTok pay well with the amount of followers you have? How does TikTok pay? They pay okay?
They pay differently now. So they've changed the program. They used to, I remember when I got my first viral video, the check was insane. The check was crazy. It was wild, right? But that changed. And of course, there's new owners. They changed what's important on TikTok. TikTok Shop is pushed a lot more. So, you know, those numbers changed a lot for a lot of people. And some people have given up on TikTok and gone over to YouTube. And some people have stayed and found other ways to monetize what they do.
Right, yeah. And, you know, a lot of people think YouTube is like the king of it. But, all right. Maybe you would do well on YouTube, too. Like I said, I see you're not really active on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. I'm definitely gonna go and do some work on YouTube. Definitely.
Yes. Have you ever purchased Colombian cakes? Well, Drew. Yeah, he purchased Colombian real cake. You know what I mean? You know, strawberry shortcake. You know what I mean, Drew?
Yeah. Birthday cake.
Birthday cakes, right? Yeah. Thank you, Drew. $2. Ninjas ruined the Sioux, Colombia, next to Thailand. Now I see in some of your comments, and thank you for your time, Don P. I appreciate it. I see in some of the comments through the Colombia post about you that they say stuff like this, that guys like you and black men ruin places like Colombia, Sosua, and next to Thailand. You know, man, do you feel a certain way about people saying that people like you ruin like a Colombia now? You know?
No, I personally think that they are entitled to their opinions, and I think that they can say what they like, right? But one person doesn't ruin something. You know, Thailand has been changing their state policies for a while now. They just announced something a month ago where they're changing a lot of things. So I don't think that that's the case. And, you know, I keep my comments open when I do my posts. If people want to vent, if they want to rage, I let them do that. At the end of the day, every opinion is valuable in its own way, whether it's to support you or to inspire you. Every opinion is valuable, every one.
Right, and that's a great. I think that's why you're doing so well, because I think that's a great mind frame to have dealing with social media, because it can be some assholes on social media. Let's be honest, and
Right.
you know, it could get to you. You gotta have.
If you can't take people saying bad things about you on social media, you shouldn't be on social media. If your skin is so thin If your skin is so thin that you're going to crumble because someone accuses you of the downfall of a whole society, then you shouldn't be on social media, man. You need to go and do a safe job.
Right. Yeah, and Highlander, once you are deported, you will be flagged for life. Well,
That's
the
not true
lawyer
because
is
I
going to
wasn't
take care of
deported.
that.
That's not true because I wasn't deported. So there's two separate things, right? There's inadmissible, meaning that they're denying you entry, and there's deported. They put it on an envelope, and then they put your passport in this envelope. And one of those boxes have to be checked, okay?
Right.
Mine was checked inadmissible, but as far as I can tell in my research, I was supposed to get a document that kind of explained the reasons why, and I was supposed to sign it. I didn't get that document. That's from my research, right? Maybe they changed their policy, but I am not banned for life or anything of that nature. It's always interesting to hear different takes on things, because maybe that's true in another country. Maybe that's true in other places, but I haven't even seen that in America. It's like a 5-year ban or a 10-year ban.
5-year ban or 10-year ban. Oh, my fault. And this is my fault. You are a African American, right? If you want to, like, African American male from USA.
Say again. Say again.
Oh, you are African American male, born USA.
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
I am.
Okay, I got you. I just wanted to get that. I just wanted to clear that up. Just some people. All right, Events Demonis with the $50 bomb. $50 bomb. Events Demonis. He says the fact that you think they flag your passport for a legitimate reason is low IQ. They're simply citing any reason to stop your entry. Don't expect fairness from a foreign government with the $50 bomb from Evistomanis. That's $70 right now from Evistomanis. Go ahead. You want to respond to that? He's saying don't expect fairness from a foreign government. All right. So he's saying basically with this message, he's saying the fact that you think they flag your passport for a legitimate reason is low. Like he's saying they didn't flag your passport for a legitimate reason. He's saying, look, they on you and they just don't want you back in and you have no shot. I guess he's pretty much saying you got no shot of that appeal.
Everything that I've accomplished in my life, somebody has told me I got no shot. Everything. When I came out to Cali to make a living off of music, people told me I had no shot. Not only did I do it, I excelled in it. When I started my TikTok account, people told me I had no shot. And I've had dozens of viral videos. I find that when someone says that another person has no shot, it might be what they honestly believe, right? It might be their frustration and situation and what they honestly believe. But my father never taught me to believe that way. He taught me to always know that there's a shot.
You know what? And this is the attitude they have, bro. Guys, people in the chat, y'all guys gotta take Don P's sounds off words and use it as motivation. Never let anyone tell you you have no shot. Like he said, they said you didn't have no shot at TikTok, no shot at, music industry, now no shot of getting back into Medellin, Colombia with the beauties. But you're saying, look, there's a will, there is a way. And yes, and thank you for that $50 bomb from Evista Manes. I appreciate y'all. Burn account 499. You are in a risky industry. Local promoters can see you as a threat for taking away money from them. They could report you to get you your all right.
Yeah. That's a fair assessment. That's why I always connected with them and did things in joint collaboration with them. That's why I always patronized their establishments and went in and spent money with them. That's why I always treated everybody well. I get it. I've been in business for a long time. I haven't worked for another person. I've only generated checks for myself for the last 25 years. That's how I paid myself. If I don't make it happen, it doesn't happen. So I understand how the competition could see it, but I always try to look at myself as an add-on collaboration. I know you got the hot spot. You have good DJs, good entertainment. I'm going to suggest that my guys go there. I always looked at it as a value add instead of a direct competitor.
What type of music do you do actually? So you did the music out there inside Medellin too, right? So you was doing the music, not just Medellin, anywhere you go. You do the music.
Yeah, I've worked with artists, but most of my career has been focused on doing music for film and television. I've signed major deals with major companies to design sounds for their music software. Let's just put it this way. If you are a modern day producer, it's an 80% chance that when you pull up something to use it to create a sound, that I had something to do with the sound. It's about an 80% chance. It's very few pieces of major software out there or hardware that you can use that, I hadn't touched. So I think that I've been very fortunate to be in that business and do stuff for huge movie pictures and huge movie companies, as well as TV. So that is what has given me the freedom to do this other business, right?
Right.
That's what's given me the freedom to do that.
And you've been successful. You make pretty good money doing that,
Yeah, I think I live in California. You got to make pretty good money to live in California full time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be okay if you live in California. It's not for the weak at all.
Not for the weak or broke. I mean, to live good. You like to live good. If you live good.
You know what? I've seen broke people survive in California.
You know what? You're right.
I've seen them hustle their way through.
Yeah, to live good.
Yeah. It's weird. California's a weird place like that. I've seen, we used to always have the saying, he's going to make it, he's not going to make it.
Yeah.
Usually right.
Bring back Wing Wednesday says Ulysses Traveler. Salute. Ulysses Traveler, he be covering Colombia stuff all the time. Ulysses Traveler, salute to you. And we got Jean Suave with the $5. I've come to realization that the issue may have always been the American men, not the American women. Different place, same result, common denominator. All right, the American men, not the American women. And you don't have problems with American women per se, but you just like to promote. So you said you've been in a different country. You've been to DR too. You like to promote.
Yeah, I've been all over.
The guys going abroad for women, right?
No, I like to promote guys getting out of the country and seeing different things in life and different culture. I think that if you restrict yourself to one place and you don't see cultures that go against the grain of your culture, I don't think that you can really fully have good conversations and open up your mind to what you could do and be in life. If you're just going to be in one place your entire life, you're missing out on a lot of things in the world. My situation is to make sure that guys can travel and put themselves in a position where they can learn, see different things, and see different perspectives on the way that people live and how they meet other people that they're going to spend their life with or date, right? I talk about dating a lot. I think that the biggest problem in America it's not that the women aren't beautiful, plenty of beautiful, good-looking women in America. I think the problem is that American women have taken on so much of a leadership role at work that sometimes what a guy is asking of them at home seems like a lot to them. It's like, you got doctors and lawyers and you got people that's running companies. And then, when a man is asking them for a domestic side, right?
Right.
They're like, I'm too tired to do that. But at the same time, if a man is saying, I'm going to pay all of the bills, you stay at home, you know, we're hearing some outlandish numbers on what that man should make. Outlandish numbers of millions. You know, they know the average man doesn't make that.
Right. Outlandish. And well, you know, places like Colombia, you know, you don't need it to make as much. Well, so you've been into DR too. What other spots you've been to? Let's say other spots where single men like to go. What other spots you've been to?
Bro, I've been all over the world.
So
It's,
there's so many
it's
places.
not many places because I've been traveling for so long, you know. I've been everywhere. You know, I go to Europe and, you know, and if guys go to Europe, you could take 2 weeks and you can go to 12 countries in Europe in 2 weeks. I mean, it's much closer than most people think about it, right?
Right.
You can go through multiple, they have trains, they have all kinds of ways to get around. So I've been all over the place, right? I think I look at Colombia as a place that when I was going through a tough time after my divorce, I look at Colombia as a place that rejuvenated me, right? You know, I slept better, the food was good, the air was clean, and I felt like it rejuvenated me. It gave me time to think, it gave me time to work through challenges. And so I think I kind of fell in love with it because of that.
Right. Okay. Maj, go ahead and drop it. Social media. Continue to drop it. Fresh Boy, $2. Did they lead you through the door? What color was it? Says ex Fresh Boy. Well, they took him.
It's an office in like a holding area right behind where the kiosks are for immigration. It's right behind there.
Right behind there.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, white door or brown door. I can't remember, but when you go in there, it opens up and it's these other offshoot rooms, and then it's this main holding part. So, and then they have, you know, a desk in there to search things and everything. But yeah, it was. I can say that the experience was respectful, dignified, right? It was a respectful experience. You know, I think the migration officers and the police officers did a good job. They didn't treat me poorly. They treated me really well, and that's all I could ask for.
Why did they take a picture of you, ex Ulysses Traveler? Well, they take pictures of everybody that gets, you know, turned around, basically.
Right. Yeah, I'm not the only one. They took a picture. Like if you go to their website, this is something. My picture will be replaced by somebody else tomorrow. You know, I think this is something that they do as a part of their accountability to show that they're doing what they think that they're supposed to be doing job wise. But like it seemed to affect it. I would say it seemed to affect it my friends and other people more than it affected me, because they wasn't there, so they don't know that it wasn't as horrible as some of the bloggers and some of the other people are making it seem, and that I wasn't roughed up or nothing was done to me. And, you know, people had conversations with me. I was able to ask questions and go through stuff, and they've denied me entry, and I came home. So it's not a situation where they threw me in a cell, put the bracelets on me, slam their fist down on the desk and accuse me of something. That didn't happen. I just got turned away because obviously they didn't like the way that my social media was put forward.
And all 400 people watching, Razor DP sounds off. Don P sounds off. How do you feel about Colombia right now as you're speaking to us right now? What is your feelings? Has your feelings changed about Colombia, visiting Colombia? Do you still love Colombia like you did before you was turned away?
Of course, I still love Colombia. I always will. You can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, my dad used to say. I take responsibility for my advertising and my marketing the way that I did it. I did that, right? I didn't think that it would be a problem because, we live in a different society. So maybe I was blinded by that. But the Colombian people have always been amazing to me. They've treated me good. I have no complaints. They've treated me with respect, honor. They've been done right by me. So I'm always going to love Colombia. I rooted for them in the World Cup, you know.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I'm always going to love and respect Colombia. I think that a part of it is politics, right? And politics is politics, and I can respect politics. And I think the other part of it is that, you know, the culture in terms of how they want people to come in and how they want to do things is changing. It's not going to be the way that it was.
Right.
It's not going to be the way that was. That's just how it is. It's changing. I don't think that it's going to, and it's a new president, new administration. I think a lot of things are going to change.
Okay, so you pretty much understanding of what happened with you. You blaming you more. So you blame more of your social media. So you're not really taking it personal. You're like, all right, I'm a media guy, and because I'm a media guy, this what got me jammed up. Maybe people flag me, whatever. So it's not like you going in there off of social media. You don't have a social media and they stopping you like they do stop other people because they have other people be having condoms and stuff in their bags and stuff like that. So they get sent back. They're not social media people. You taking it, you're taking it in stride. It seemed like, all right, I blame the social media. So you don't take it as personal. You getting turned around. You be like, look, that's just part of the game. Social media, Colombia is especially Medellin. You're trying to accomplish something. So you don't take it, and you would gladly try to get back in within like another few months.
Yeah,
But
I'll let my attorney
yeah.
tell me what's what and what's going to happen. But I don't take it personally. I don't think it was a personal thing against me. I think that, they saw what they saw. They didn't like it. They denied me, and I was okay with that. And somebody in your comment said, when you promote, you can attract the wrong people. If you don't promote, you won't have a business. Oh,
Interesting, guys. Interesting because Telemate Dreams went through that also with Sosua. You're like, look, if you don't promote, I don't have a business. I gotta promote, right? So yeah, and you're saying that some of the wrong people would come, but nothing. You saying that nothing you could really do about that, right? You still got to promote your business, right?
well, I do have a screening process that I use for guys, right? There's been guys that I was turned down and rejected for various reasons. But so, I'm just not like, oh, anybody and everybody can come with me, right? But, there's certain guys with certain things going on that I'll be like, I don't think it's the time for you to come with us, that type of stuff. But yeah, you got to promote a business for it to be successful.
Yeah, guys. Hit that like button. 400 people watching. Uh, Jean Suave, $5. American men try to turn women who care. I mean, my fault. Who are MD, pharmacists, MP, lawyers into homemakers when you should be working together instead of getting banned globally. All right, try to. Okay, but thank you for that, Jean Suave. And we got another big one from Evista Manis, another $50 bomb. That's $120 served up from Evista Manis. Thank you for that $50. Raze. I find it troubling that our presidents are unwanted from multiple countries. Think about that. X, Y. The answer is we're insecure. All right, we feel the need to broadcast everything at any expense. Thank you for that $50 bomb. My goodness. Now you have a business to run, Don, and it's social media, and I guess broadcast everything. Yeah, so he's saying that if he find it interesting that our presence is unwanted. What you got anything to add to this statement?
I never felt unwanted in Medellin. I've always felt embraced. I've never felt unwanted. I think this is the dichotomy of what's going on. I think he is hitting at something that's going on, right? It's kind of like an open secret that many guys are traveling overseas and they might date overseas, right? But at the same time, everybody's like, shh, don't say that. Quiet. Don't show nothing. So this goes back to what I said before. I think that, you know, guys that are going to travel, we got to come together and have a better understanding with the public of why we're traveling, and that we have a kind of a commonality of voice, because you have these groups of people saying this group of people is saying this group of people is saying nothing. But you can rest assured that when that group of people that says nothing is going to countries, some of them are acting out and doing things that they shouldn't be doing. And that's why they're not saying anything. So they're getting arrested. They're, getting into fights. They're getting into confrontations. And, they don't say anything because they don't want anybody to know about things that specifically happen. But for me, I've always been a transparent person. I feel like, I want people to see what they can expect and what it's going to be like.
Right. And if it's the Manas, did he answer your question or your statement? If it's the Manas, now some people in the chat, might agree with if it's the Manas. Also, some people in the chat. This is an engaging show. Go ahead and respond to if it's the Manas in the chat. Jean Suave says, why do you think white men move more discreetly? Do you believe the white guys move more discreetly than you and fellow black men?
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. It's hard for me to get into the head of why somebody that I'm not does what they do, but I can look at the numbers, and they're pretty loyal to marrying amongst themselves, right? They're highly loyal of marrying amongst themselves, very, very loyal. So if they're loyal marrying amongst themselves, maybe going different places in the world, if they did meet somebody that they wanted to be with, maybe that wouldn't be looked kindly upon by their family. We don't know. We're not in their shoes.
Okay. And Django, Double R asks him, does he feel like he's been emasculated? Well, how do you?
That's a good question, I think. I think a lot of men feel emasculated for not traveling. I don't feel like I've been emasculated. I feel like I've been put forward as something that I'm not, right? I feel like I've been unfairly judged, but I don't feel emasculated. I know who I am. I know what's at stake in my life. I know what I got to do. And so I get up with determination every day to do that. I don't feel emasculated at all. I feel like I probably should have did some things differently on the marketing side of things. And I feel like I was probably in many ways used to prove a point. And I'm made pretty tough. So emasculation, it would take a lot to emasculate me.
And tell people, while I go take a leak real quick, what's next for Don P Sounds Off in your social media, your TikTok? What's next for you, your travels? Are you going to concentrate on trying to get back into Colombia, or are you going to, like, over the next week or two, go to another country? Tell the people, and my good buddy wants to ask you a question also before you break out of here. So let me go take a leak, but tell people what's next for you. Go.
What's coming down the pipeline is more trips. I'm gonna go about them a little bit different, more discreetly. I got people on the ground that can handle it for me. I'll be at some, at others I won't go to. I'll just do what I'm doing right now with my trip, where I have a lot of guys there at Flower Festival. I'm just here kind of coordinating everything from here. This is going to keep going. The business, the trips and everything. It's going to take a little bit of a different route in terms of the marketing and everything. But like I said, guys, it wasn't a situation where there was anything that I had done, broken laws or wrong there. They looked at my content and was like, yeah, we're going to say no. Right. Whereas I might go somewhere else and they might look at it and be like, absolutely, bring people here. We want tourism. So one of the things that I would encourage everybody not to do is when you go through something that's tough in your life and you're feeling the heat, don't be a victim of the moment. Making bad decisions in the moment can be a detrimental thing. So don't be a victim of the moment. Take some time to kind of work through it in your head. Look at what you did right. Look at what you did wrong. Make an adjustment and then go in off the adjustment and move forward, right? Life ain't going to be smooth sailing all the time. You're going to have a lot of bumps. You're going to have a lot of headaches. You're going to have a lot of them, right? But you have to look at things for what it could be, not just where you are right now, because that's just called being a prisoner of the moment. And, you know, one of the things that I think that many men could benefit from is believing in yourself. Because if you think I ain't gonna be able to do that, this ain't gonna work out, I can't make it, I can't do that, bro, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your mindset is everything.
Yes, and man, that hey, everybody in the chat, hit the like button, get the lights up, get the lights up. Let me let CC, what up?
What it do, Razor Raze? Salute to the chat. Yo, my boy Don P already knows what time it is. He heard the voice. He knows CC. Salute, Don P. What it do, baby?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Another day, another dollar. Look, homie, look, I ain't gonna hold you. You know, I always come up ready to cook. I'm gonna tell you this. This is not really a cooking session. I feel like you got caught up in the mix. I feel like you just have a little bit of an issue with recognizing, and you kind of, let me rephrase. I actually believe that you do recognize the actual flaws in the way that you were marketing. And I believe that the only issue is that the only thing that people in the chat is gonna have a problem with is the fact that you won't acknowledge that you were specifically targeting the passport bros. You feel me? And that's what you were actually promoting. Then on top of it, with your promotions, you got to remember that we see everybody, we all travel. Every female in the videos is Pisa Pros, my nigga. Like, yo, you can't ignore that part. I'm not saying you don't got the doctors. I'm not saying you don't got the lawyers. I'm not saying you don't know the high-end females. I'm saying the videos only show the pros. Now, here's the problem with that. The people, the locals, they know that. So if they looking on your actual IG or if they looking on your YouTube and they seeing all your parties that you're promoting all got pros in it, the video clips that you're showing, I mean, it's just making it think that that's what it is that you're promoting. That's number one. Number two, if you're not paying taxes to the Colombians,
let me respond to that.
Yeah, go ahead, gang. Go ahead. Absolutely.
I grew up poor without nothing. I didn't get a bed till I was 10 years old. I've never looked at people for what they do and thought that's who they were. If I tell people all the time, there's two types of people in the world. There's good people, there's bad people. So if they were pros, Jesus hung out with pros. He hung out with pros all the time. And he was asked about it too. He did a lot for him, honestly. So I understand what you're saying. I respect it. I respect what everybody is saying. But for me, there's a lot of women who are out here saying that they're dating, but they're really pros. They're saying that they're dating. So if I take a picture with a woman, let's say in Miami, right, who I say I'm dating, and she's really a pro,
but I meet her at an event and she's faking like she's dating, but it's really a pro and she's just doing it in a different way. It was like, love, you know, things have been hard this month. I don't have the rest of my rent. Can you send me $1,000? Can you send me 500? That's a pro. It's just being sold in a different way. I can respect somebody that says, this is who I am. This is what I do. I can respect that. People that I don't have respect for in this life are the people that pretend that they're one thing and they're really something else. And I think that a lot of people in all walks of life do that. So, you know, I get it. I understand. I understand why people feel that way. And I respect their opinion.
Yeah, man, it's super important to understand that when you're dealing with another country, and this is something that they were kind of like, there's people in the chat. Yo, salute to the chat. You know, I'm always represent the chat. So the chat sitting there and they saying, look, why consistently try to push forth and go someplace where you've been told you're not wanted? What do you say to that?
I say that I'm a different type of man. I'm the type of man that they didn't want me in the music industry. They didn't want me in all of the businesses that I've gotten into. I've always had to overcome. There is nothing that I've gotten in this life or was successful in getting that somebody was like, yeah, come on. You should have this. This is great for you. Come on, let's go. That's never happened. It's never happened in the history of my life. So why is it going to happen now? My name is my name. So
what do you say to the people in the chat that say that for you to compare yourself to Jesus and the hoes that you actually promote in the parties as Mary Magdalene is kind of crazy?
Well, Jesus did hang out with prostitutes, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he got crucified.
Right, and we're supposed to walk in his light. So
nah, nigga,
we supposed to walk in his light. So we're gonna face trials and tribulations no different than him.
Yeah, but he dead, and we're still waiting for the nigga to pull back up.
Hey, hold on, let me. Hold on.
I think he's gonna pull back.
Talk, man.
I think he's alive. I think he's gonna pull back up.
Go ahead and read. Yo, Raze, go ahead and read that super chat real quick.
All right. If it's the Manes with a $49, $150. If it's the Manes, make no mistake. These countries are denying entry due to low IQ behaviors. All right, you cannot dirty their country's face. Don't embarrass their women. This was never a problem until ninjas arrived in the masses. Well, let me let you into this. 49, so that's $150, $170, courtesy of Evistamanus. Do you
That's
consider
Eves.
that you?
That's Evenson. Simonis, okay?
I'm pronouncing it even
or Saint Simonis. Either way, just Sakpasenek Bam. That's the Haitian creation right there.
Yeah, go ahead and answer the big super chat. Go ahead, Don P.
I agree with part of it, but I think that when you go to another person's country and you have access to everything in their country, it doesn't matter, right? I think that there's always going to be a stigma tied to an outsider. It has been since the beginning of the time. It's always that way, and that's why, you know, when I'm in country, I move carefully and quietly. I just move the wrong way in marketing. That's it. But my thing is the balance. My counterbalance to that is to be generous, patronize the businesses, tip well, hire people local, and feed the economy. That's always been my balance. Yes, I'm here. I'm an outsider, but let me spend this dub with you. Let me spend this with you. Let me do this with you. So that's always the approach that I've taken. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what he's saying, but this is not no secret. This is not no big secret. You can't expect 43 million men to migrate somewhere and go visit a group of places, and the tourism is inflated. The average man in Medellin, Colombia spends $1,200. $1,200. Millions of men go there from America every single month. All of this, people don't know that when they zoom that passport, those numbers go back to the Department of State. Everybody knows that these guys are migrating and move, and this is not a secret. So when I hear people pretend that if we just stay quiet, if we just don't say nothing, nobody will know that 43.5 million men traveled to certain places in our country last year. If we just go, shh, it's not realistic. What I'm saying is, whoever the leaders of the passport bros are, because I'm not one of them, they're gonna have to get together and come up with some messaging. They're gonna have to get together and come up with some messaging, so that, because the way that it's fragmented now is what's gonna cause issues.
No, that makes sense.
Okay.
I hear that.
Yeah,
But what about to the people that say that they're 40 million? That's not who they're focusing on. They're focusing on the 4 million who's utilizing the actual women and portraying them in a sense that makes their actual country looks bad, and then portraying the nightlife as if it's the actual most of them the regular life. Perhaps the thing is that even if you were going to do that, you're not even doing it in the legal way, which allows them to be able to benefit from the tax benefit, simply because you said you collect all your money outside of it, but you actually execute the business and the services within the country. So it's really, you're actually exploiting not the women specifically, but the system, the country, the culture, everything for your benefit, but the country is not getting anything. What do you say to you actually avoiding the taxes?
Well, let's answer the first part of the question first. 4 million people can't move anywhere without a lot of people taking notice, let alone over 40 million. Okay, let's not be ridiculous. You're gonna make an imprint. I mean, there's 65 million people in California, so that would be like all of California going somewhere. So it's ridiculous to think that, people aren't making an imprint. And to the second part, I would say the balance of that is the money that's put into that economy. I've never been to Colombia and spent less than $3,000, ever. Never.
May I interject?
Yeah.
So the issue is where it's going. And where it's going, they don't want it going there. It's going to them, what is considered the underworld. Whether it be the restaurants with a specific friend of yours that treats you very well, who's actually tied into the cartels, or, and just so you know, I'm not speaking from a place of actual ignorance. I know everything and everybody. But what I will tell you is this, is for them, they're looking at the money going into the wrong places. And for them, we got to remember, this is also a political situation. So if I had people coming into my country, not paying taxes, making money, exploiting my system and not paying into it, I'm not going to let them in either.
Well, see, I think that's where the misconception comes in with what we do, right? Guys do a lot of shopping in the malls, the major shopping malls when we're there. We actually do a mall tour there. So the major big box retailers, the shopping malls, the guys go shopping, man. They spend some paper at those malls, and they're shopping at brands that are exclusively Colombian. The food that we're eating, I think one of the favorite spots for everybody to eat is Frisbee. For people love Frisbee. The food that we're eating, going and supporting local vendors that, when we take a tour at Comuna 13 and buying jerseys and clothes and things of that nature, guys that have actually started businesses there and put lots of money in the bank, that can obviously then return be loaned out. I think
the problem is that they're not being turned away. It's you who didn't do that.
Say again.
So they're not the ones being turned away. It's you who actually didn't do those things that you just said.
Actually, I did do all of those things, all of them. I personally invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into the economy there in Medellin.
Again, I'm referring to you actually paying the taxes legally
What?
on the income that you're deriving from your services that you're providing that's based off of the countries that you go to. That's what I'm specifically referring to. And understand this, my bro, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Okay, well, I mean, as far as I understand, the taxes are paid on services for where you purchase the services. So
No,
if
it's where services are rendered.
no,
That's
it's where you
actually the
purchase
legal.
them. So
Not at
if
all. As a matter of
hold
fact, the
on, hold on a
tax law,
second,
even here in the States, is
hold on a
designed
second,
so that. But
hold on.
let me just give you the
If
math, right, so that you can understand.
if
So just understand that I own 11 businesses in 4 different
oh,
states and 3
okay, that's
different
good,
countries. One of them including Colombia and the DR.
but that's
So let me
good.
give you
But
the
if we
tax. Let
have
me tell you
50
the tax
states,
implication. No, let me give you the tax implications.
all right, go
So
ahead.
what you're specifically saying is the money is actually being taxed where you're actually charging it. That is not the case at all, because this is the reason why the actual tax law has been changed for people that are trying to actually escape, is to try to circumnavigate the ability to actually, or the responsibility to actually pay the tax. So this is the reason why, even if you as an expatriate working in the actual country for an American, or excuse me, for a Dominican or Colombian actual company, you will still be taxed by America in America's taxes, including, depending on the way that you set the business and you set your business up, you will either be taxed plus on the Dominican side or the Colombian side as well. All I'm saying to you, bro, is as far as the government is concerned, you're not doing it the right way. You see, the reason why is that I feel that you were targeted is not just because of the fact of your social media, but because of what it was portraying. It was not portraying a legal business of tourism and a guide in Colombia, that's set up in Colombia, that pays Colombian taxes, that actually employs Colombian people legally. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying because I know my boys who actually has the businesses, my business is actually set up, doesn't have those issues. They're not going to turn me away because, number one, I won't market it in a way to the underground and to the type of niggas who they don't want around, man. Like, that's the problem. At the end of the day, you can make your business and make your dollar. I'll never tell another brother not to get that money, boy. That's never what I'm saying. What I am saying is that who you got to be honest with where the dollar coming from and who it's coming from, and knowing they don't want them in the country. Period. It's just that simple. And if you don't acknowledge that, if you don't respect that, then you're not respecting the fact that I don't care whether or not the country is doing it just for a political move or just to make it seem like they're trying to do something. It don't matter. We're not talking about nothing that we can stand behind and say, I'm proud of it. I want my kids to do what I'm doing. I want my mother to see what I'm doing. No, it's not that. And at the end of the day, the fact that you won't acknowledge that is the fact that the reason why other people will continue to do it, and then other brothers will get turned away simply because that they don't realize that what they're representing ain't something that somebody wants in their home. Period.
All right, let Don P respond, and shout out to everybody watching. 415 people watching, including O'Shea Duke Jackson. I'm gonna get to the super chat. O'Shea, I'm gonna get to the super chat. I'm quite sure you're gonna do a story on this O'Shea Duke Jackson. Go ahead, Don P.
I respect what you're saying, and I think that you make some good points. That's why I hired an attorney, and any of that will also be set up in the way that it should be set up. Because, like I said, the business is the business. It'll continue to roll. It'll continue to go. So I'll let the attorney set up the business in the way that can be most beneficial for everybody, especially people in Colombia. So that's how I respond to that. That's why I got the attorney. They also are an accounting firm as well, so they can set all of that up for me. But your point is taken.
That's it. And then make sure it's modeling. Then you can get all the paisas that you want, baby. You got to set it up properly. And then you also got to be careful, especially with social media, man, because you don't, just like you said, you don't think you're famous. You don't have to be famous. The fact that you just have enough people that it hits their actual radar, that's the issue. And then you don't have the complexion for the protection, my G. You understand? Like, we got to make sure that we move the same way that the people who do it or are allowed to operate and do whatever they do move. Do I think it's a race thing? A little bit, right? But I don't actually think that. I think it could be overcome if you're doing the right things and you're bringing enough money to the right people. And the right people is the government, baby.
Well, here's the thing. I've built 2 multi-million-dollar businesses. 2.
Salute, my boy.
I know how to build a successful business. And maybe I make a misstep like anybody in business. I correct the misstep and I fix it. But I'm no stranger to business. My business was worth $1.4 million 20 years ago. So I'm not a stranger to business, but what I am a stranger to is Colombian business. And at the end of the day, I will evaluate Colombia on the terms of any business. Does it make sense? Does it make money? Does the revenue make sense? Or does that revenue go somewhere else? Because if a lot of places that you do business with in America have treaties against double taxation. If I'm going to get double taxed, it's triple taxed really. If I'm going to get taxed in California, taxed by the federal government, and then taxed in Medellin, Colombia, then maybe that's not the place for me to offer my services. So we'll see. I don't know the complexion of what I'm doing and how that's going to look because I'm not a CPA there, right? So I depend on the wisdom of the professionals that I hire to talk to me about that. But that's definitely something that has been addressed by me and my attorneys, and that's something that I will look at. But I'm no stranger to running a business, and I'm no stranger to making a business successful. I paid myself on myself for the last 26 years of my life, maybe more, maybe 30.
Salute to that. So let me ask you this one last question. I'm about to jump off. Salute to you, Raze. Salute to you, Dom P. And just so you understand, I think first, let me make this quick statement. I think the biggest issue, and this is the biggest thing, and I know it's kind of it's a difficult balance, is the fact that you violated rule number 3 of your own, Dom P. You did not keep a low profile, baby. That was the big thing. And I know it's difficult when you're marketing business. So the last thing I will say is that I think personally, when people are in the chat saying, why is it that you're pushing forth? I think just tell everybody, it's because that poison pussy is too hard to say no, baby. Yo, salute Dom P, salute Raze, you know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all boys keep it up, you know what I'm saying? Dom P, definitely keep doing your thing. At the end of the day, I do see you as a black man, you look like a black man that's doing the right thing as far as trying to build a business, trying to enjoy your life. So that's the reason why I couldn't cook you the way that the chat really wanted me to, because I didn't really see no flaws. I saw that if you made a few mistakes and a few mishaps, but all I will say is, you know how you'll be able to catch the chat? And the chat is full of your client prospects. The guys that you want to spend $3,500 going to Bangkok. The guys that you want to do those trips that you got planned. They're in the chat. I know why you here. You a businessman. $1.4 million wasn't done by a dummy, right? So what I will say is you got to make sure to acknowledge what it is. You was there. You was about that.
The acknowledgement by me, and I appreciate you, Caribbean. I appreciate you a lot. The acknowledgement by me is to take my spanking like a man. I don't close my chats off. I let people vent how they want to vent. I look at the videos. I don't try to ignore it. And I look at the mistakes that I made and I fix them, right? I fix them. And that's what I'm in the process of doing. And that's what I've been doing over the last, I would say, 48 to 72 hours. But at the same time, I got a ton of people on a trip in Medellin right now. I got to make sure that they're taken care of and everything is good with that. But I'm going to look at the business and we'll move a different way going forward. And we'll make sure that we market, but we market in a way and we do things in a way that will be more discreet and more beneficial to all parties involved. Say that.
100%. So salute to you. Keep doing your thing. You know how it is. Just make sure, do not deny the passport bros, because that's 90% of the client base that you looking for, baby. Salute.
Hold on. Let me be very clear about that. I've been very clear.
Clean it up. I'm
Hold
giving you
on,
that alley
hold on a second. Let me be very clear. I am a passport, bro.
There you go.
Right?
You
But
that baby.
but I am not a passport bro leader. Nobody anointed me that. That ain't the mantle
You
I'm
hear that,
taking.
Colombian government? We not leading shit.
Hey,
Salute, Dom P.
that's not a crown that I want. That's not a crown that I'm taking.
Yo, why everybody dropped the crown? You know what I'm saying? They gave it to Austin. He said, nah. They gave it to BMT. He said, hell yeah. But he's, anyway, salute, yo. I'm going to jump off, man.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you. Appreciate your time. I'm going to definitely holler at y'all on another day, man. Salute. Peace. Peace to the chat.
All right, CC, salute. And I know you probably got about to break out, but let's everybody, 400 people watching, hit the like button. I'm moving up to the camera because the audio. As a matter of fact, let me turn this off because it sounds better when I'm sounds louder when I'm off. O'Shea Duke Jackson, you know O'Shea Duke Jackson, Don P?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
He'll probably do a video, Don P.
But the same, hey, I was one of those cats, O'Shea. I got to be held responsible because I was one of those cats in the club. So, I mean, listen, bro, I got to take my whoopings where I take my whoopings. I do. But at the same time, my intentions weren't ever bad. They weren't ever bad. But I got to take my whoopings where I take my whoopings, man. That's just how it is. It's like you're going to get beat up about some stuff. You got to get beat up and take it like a man, bro, and keep pushing.
Yeah, this is O'Shea. All right, brother Don. So you read it? I covered this story coming soon. All right, yeah. So you getting even more famous than you already are, Don P.
I'm not famous, man. I'm not famous.
You get elevated to the heights you want to be. You know what I mean? So like, this is O'Shea Duke Jackson. Shout out to the brother, but some of the Negroes throwing money in the club, they not going to like that. Salute, bro. And that's the great O'Shea Duke Jackson, guys. Y'all guys gotta subscribe to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He dropped another super chat also. Let me get to that. This is O'Shea. Let me see. He dropped right there. Bro, stop preaching and let him read the super chats. Martin Luther King Jr. So you talk about CC. He was saying CC. All right. He said, look, go ahead. Let me read the super chats. Thank you, O'Shea Duke Jackson. I appreciate you. You look. Oh man, a double R does now look like Magic Johnson's son to you. I don't even know how Magic Johnson's son looked. I can imagine.
Bro,
Jesus didn't date pros.
He didn't date him. He just spent time with him.
Yeah. And Jean Suave, $5. Black American men struggle to keep a low profile in Colombia because they're still trying to prove something to their exes in the States. Oh, you know what? That's, I'm not talking about you, but, some guys, yeah, they want to show off some bad Colombian women to make their ex jealous. Salosa.
Do you think they want their ex back? Because what's the purpose of making somebody jealous if you don't want them back?
Just to say, nah, I got this. I don't need you.
Oh, okay.
Just revenge. Not necessarily get them back, right? Well, some guys want their exes back.
Right.
Probably use a Colombian chick. Let me see. Just got. All right. So I'm just going through some of these chats. Let me turn the camera back on. So I don't know if you got a break about. So you got anything else to tell us about Don P Sounds? I mean,
No, all I can tell you is that we're gonna move powerful, but we're gonna move quiet going forward. And if anybody wants to go on a trip, we got trips coming up all this year to Rio de Janeiro. We got them coming up to Thailand. We got them coming up. The trip's still going on with Medellin. I got over a dozen people in Medellin right now at this very second as we talk. So, like, I didn't build this business to depend solely on me. I built it to be franchises. I built it you run it over here, you run it over there, you run it over there. And I really want to hub it from the beach in California. So if guys mention your name and they want to get on a trip, I'm definitely going to hook them up and do something nice for them.
Okay, and how can they find that out about the trips you planning?
Just go to my page on TikTok, Don P Sounds Off, and you can DM me directly on TikTok, or you can email me, donpsoundsoff@gmail.com. Either one.
Mods, please go ahead and continue to drop his contact information. The Auto Will, Tim Howard, the Mega Moderator, Anonymous. Go ahead and drop it. Well, I mean, if that's all you have for us, Don P, we'll let you go. You know.
Yeah, I got planes landing, so I'm gonna get off here and make sure my drivers are lined up and everything is ready to go, and make sure all the guys are good. And like I said, man, I really appreciate the time. Thank you for your platform. It's been great. I've enjoyed it, brother.
I highly appreciate you, bro. Salute to you, and best of luck in your future endeavors.
Appreciate you.
Yes, that was Don P. Sounds Off. Great job. Don P. Sounds Off. Taking the heat from CC also, Caribbean Casanova. And man, let me know if y'all guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me see. Thank you all y'all guys for your donation. I'm gonna drop the link one more time. Anybody want to come up? John Sprinkle, $1.99. Thailand is the move. Colombia is lame now. Thank you for the $1.99 donation to the Raze Fund. You know what? I'm gonna pop open another one. You know, one more for the road. Chop it up with you guys a little bit. Man. But what a time to be alive in this travel space, guys. Like I said, check out John P. Sounds. Let me see. Like I said, shout out to Evistamanis with the over $150, $170 donated this evening. Epic live stream. Over 400 people was watching. Man. So we got, also the other topic we got real quick. I'm dropping a link one more time. Anybody want to come up? The boxing match. The boxing match may be going down out there inside the Sioux, a.k.a. Sosua. Remote Gringo Living put out a challenge to the Passport Bros for Halloween. Will they accept? I seen Mr. Flip Flop did a live stream on it. The Homies Hub did a live stream on it. Mariah Sincere did a live stream on it. So I'm going to drop the link real quick. If anybody want to discuss that or forever hold their peace. And let me play this video of how we got here. Man, this travel space is on fire, guys. It is on fire ever since Raze came back. 2026. Oh, I'm feeling good.
So, yeah. Who wants to be the guy in the movement to be like, yo, I put that dude on his back and get all the bragging rights and the clout that comes with it. It only takes one. Or two in my intuition's case. I mean, they're going to get hurt, but I mean, they could try. So it would be two in their case.
Yo, Rob talking hot. Rob talking hot, man. You know they're going to respond to this.
It's going to be in Sosua on the beach, October 29th. And Flip Flop's already got like a Halloween event going on at the same time too, like from like the 29th through the 2nd. So there's already an event going on. People are coming there. Right, the guys that are hosting the boxing, this is like their 13th one, so they got it together. They actually got like pro level fighters and stuff in there, judges, right? Like they have like the real deal thing going on. And
I would love to see something like this happen. Like I said, I wouldn't mind fighting multiple people in the same night. You know what I'm saying? Someone I really got smoked with, I would love for that to happen. But these dudes, man, gonna have every kind of excuse in the book. They flying to this country, they don't got time for that. Blah blah blah.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Passport, bro.
Huh? I'm just curious. Does anybody in the chat tell me who you think is going to accept it, and or do you believe anybody's going to accept it? But go ahead, because I don't think nobody.
What's up, the life gap? none of none of them other dudes look like they ready for a fight.
Right.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Homie, I'm not saying that you gonna whoop Rob's ass like you might think you is just because you're a little bit younger. Nah.
I don't be sleeping on.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button. All 400 people watching the Raze live. Is anyone going to accept the ultimate challenge from Rob? Rob versus the Passport Bros. As you know, Rob was the guy out there inside of Medellin, supposedly working with the mayor, reporting on guys doing the parties. Now, I've seen that he has since then said, look, y'all can go ahead and do your parties. He's done with that. He got more pressing issues, but I guess some of the bros are still going at him. So he's like, you know what? Let's do this for charity out there in the Sioux, aka Sosua. Like I said, Mr. Flip Flop did a video. Mariah is just talking about it. And also the Homies Hub. So subscribe to everybody's channel, all those people's channels. Man, so hit the link. Anybody want to come up? If anybody is accepting the challenge to go in the ring for charity, Halloween Sosua, hit the link, the stream your link, or forever hold your peace. And I'll go out and get me some more beers. And I'm kind of hungry too, so get me some Spanish food, Latina food. And man, what a time to be alive though, guys. Let me see. Let's run through some of y'all chats, man. So how do y'all think Don P did, guys? How do y'all think Don P did? Hit the like button. Buck shot delivery with the 99 cent. That's one more of these. There's one more of these. Yes. Salute. Anybody want to come up? I'll stay on for like another 5 minutes. You guys want to come up? Rico. I seen you on Mariah Sincere. I seen you there. On Mariah Sincere. I seen you there, Rico. I seen you there. Yeah, so he says none of them responding. We already know it will be 100% decline. Well, maybe Robert would do some shadow boxing in the ring out there in the suit. You know what I'm saying? He might be doing some shadow boxing, Rico. Hey, that's still, you know. Like I said, that Halloween Sosua is going to be an event, especially with this challenge throwing out there. I seen the Homies Hub says, look, if one of the guys on the Homies Hub list accepts, he will go out there personally and cover that fight. You know, Homies Hub said he'll fight somebody himself. You know what I mean? One of the ops, But it's going to be interesting over the next few days to see if somebody do accept the challenge, the ultimate challenge, and for charity, for the kids out there inside the Sioux, aka Sosua. Hit the like button, guys. Rob is the guy who told on P. Oh, you saying he? You saying Rob told on this guy? The guy Don P. Well, Don said, look, his ops. He said, look, he had some ops, or people that was like not really ops out, but people that are in the same industry as him, and they probably flagged him, and that's why he got caught up at the airport. You know what I'm saying? Bless Aries with the $4.99 donation to Raze Survey Fund. I'll get in the ring to help Rob. Oh, so you're saying you're going to get in the ring to help Rob. And he works out, guys. He works out. So you're going to get in the ring. So you want a tag team match. A tag team match. Bless Aries and Rob versus two other Passport Bros. Well, we got to get one. We got to get one right now to accept the challenge. And that'll be a mega event out there inside Sosua for Halloween, guys. Oh, man. Mm-hmm. Where's Milano in the chat? Where's Milano? You going back to the Sioux? Milano, you going back? Milano, you going to accept the challenge? You going? Milano for charity. Milano for charity, Milano. You banned. You banned, Milano. You can't even return to the suit for charity, Milano. You're banned. Oh man, hit the like button, guys. What a time to be alive, guys. Milano can't even go for a charity event. Back to the suit. It's for the kids. It's for the kids. Get the lights up. Get the lights up, guys. I'm just having some fun with you guys. Yes, right there. Thank you all the way to follow. Don P Sounds Off on TikTok. Right there. That is right there. Over 100,000 followers on TikTok. Don P Sounds Off right there. Thank you all the way up. I want to thank Events the Manis Casanova. He pronounced it much better than me, but Events the Manis, thank you for the $170 through the super chats. Highly appreciate you. Highly appreciate you. You know, that was a great conversation. I think Don P Sounds Off is a very nice guy. I think he sounded like he's very welcoming to people at his parties, and he said, "Look, I don't even charge. I don't charge." He don't want people to worry about having to pay anything at his parties, and I think he's gonna go far. He's gonna go far. Not in Colombia or Medellin, maybe, but maybe Thailand, right? Maybe Thailand. Open up some doors. Like some people were saying in the chat, in the super chats, that Don P needed to take his talents to South Asia, right? Yeah, maybe Don P should take his talents to South Asia and get the party rolling out there, right? Yeah. But shout out to him, and like I said, right there, go ahead. O'Shea Duke Jackson is about to do a video on Don P. Oh man, so Don P he's getting more famous than he already is. He's about to be more famous than he already is. So shout out to Don P. Big Boss takes no losses in the building. Don P charged $1,500 for his Diddy party. No, but like I said, the parties in Medellin, he said, look, he wasn't charging. Big Boss takes no loss. He said he wasn't charging. He said he just wanted the brothers to go out there and have a great time. Right? Let me see what else is in the building. So, all right. Like I said, shout out to you, Big Boss. Takes no loss. I better get my Vince McMahon on for the boxing match. Hey, like I said, hey, if somebody accepts the challenge, I cover it. You know what I mean? It is for charity. It's for charity. Homies Hub is in the building. The Homies Hub is in the building. Y'all guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button. The Homies Hub is here. The Homies Hub is here. Homie.
Salute. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear, Homies Hub.
What's up, Raze? What's up? Salute to the chat.
Shout out to you, first and foremost. You've been rising in this YouTube travel game. You're doing numbers on your live streams. And you covered the remote gringo living, right, Rob?
Yeah.
He put out a challenge. He said, let's go box in the Sioux. Halloween. So what do you got to say about all this? You said that you want to cover that if you got a select few people that you want to accept the challenge, and you will go out there to Sosua, I guess for the first time, and cover that. So how do you think this is looking? Will anybody? Did anybody accept yet, or what do you got?
Well, first I want to thank you, bro. Thanks for the salute and the support for sure. We just got to 6K. So we just grinding right now. So for me personally, I've been calling people out the box for probably several times on your platform too. I've called people out the box. A lot of people just talk. Nobody wants to be about it. So I made my list of people that I would drop everything to get on that flight and be a part of that event. Some people want to see me box Rob. Like I said before, I don't really got an issue with Rob, but I'll just do it for the culture. But I'm like, I gotta box someone on my list first, and then I could end off with boxing Rob. But I think a lot of people aren't going to take it. That's why I'm not even really wasting my time. I wish somebody would, or there's like people contacting me that want to be a part of the boxing match, but it's really just people that's in the audience. It's not a lot of YouTubers that are like taking up that.
Well, not yet, right? But as time goes by, as the days go by, maybe somebody would hop on and take up that offer. Not necessarily with you, but with Rob. And he seems like he's serious. He wants to do it, and all you need is one. Then you'll have an event. Now there might not be one from that's on your list that you want to see, homie sub. But would you still go with if somebody accepts that's not on your list? It'd be a nice trip for you to get out there to Sosua, right? I mean, and you could cover a fight, a boxing match, right? Even if it's somebody not on your list.
I don't know, man. I can't say it would really be worth it, right? Because if I'm a fight, I know everybody would want to see me fight. I talk the most ish in the space, so it's like, all right, we definitely want to see him fight. But I'm like, if we gonna build up a moment for that, it's got to be somebody on my list. It's got to be somebody I got a history with, right? Like, yeah, you guys might want to see me box, but how exciting is that if I just knock out some random guy that came off the internet, right? I just think it's better if it's somebody on that list. I mean, look, you got Mentuition that made my list and they made Rob's list. So I haven't been paying attention as to whether or not Mentuition even responded to this, but they should say something. It's two of them, right? It can't be two guys ducking. Somebody's got to say yes to it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I didn't see if they did. I know they've been doing IRLs lately. I know Steve been doing IRL streams out there inside Cartagena. So I don't think they actually responded to the challenge. Or maybe they won't. Maybe they just probably pretty much ignore it and just do they thing out there in Cartagena. Maybe sometimes some things if you don't want it to spread or go further into the drama, whatever, you just ignore it, right?
Nah, screw that. I'm gonna make it spread. Mentuition got 24 hours to respond, or they duck and smoke. At least give us an answer. Say yes or no. That's it. I'm not. Listen, I'm not letting these YouTubers get away with running their mouth on the internet. That I think that's why a lot of people don't like me, because I hold people accountable. I put their feet to the fire. If you're going to get on this internet, you're going to talk about how when people see you, they don't say nothing and X, Y, Z, and none of these YouTubers is about it. And it don't matter how many fighting styles you know. If somebody challenge you as a man to a fight, you either say why you going to take the fight or you say why you not going to take the fight. Simple as that.
John Sprinkle 199. I'll fight homie Scrub and DR. Do it for 2K easily.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody send me some money, I'll definitely pull up. I said that too. Like, listen, if I don't know you, but you just want to hop in the ring, that's an appearance fee, man. So, pay that appearance fee, bro, and you'll get what you want. If not, I'm not fighting some random for no reason I don't know. But I will say this. For those of you guys that's in New York, I'm back in New York. So if you want to meet up to squabble, I will be having open squabbles coming soon. We're going to be live streaming that. So if you feel like, yo, I hate this Homies Hub guy, all he do is run his mouth, I'm gonna have open squabbles. I'm gonna drop the location for people. They could come and box. right? But for something of this kind of magnitude, it's got to be YouTubers only, man. It can't be me just boxing some random guy. Random guys can box me here in New York.
Right. Well. So you're back in New York. So how long you gonna be in New York? Tell people when your next trip. How long you gonna be in New York? And let me go take a leak. But go ahead, go.
Okay, so basically, I should be in New York for a long time, guys. For some of y'all that don't know, I've been talking about, I've been living abroad for the last 2 years. You could even say 2.5 years, and I just got a little tired of just constantly being overseas. There's nothing like America. There's a ton of opportunity. I have some amazing opportunities that's being thrown my way, big bags being thrown my way. So I think I'm going back to just being the traveler rather than the expat. We got Nigeria on the list. We might do Kenya, got to do Brazil, and Australia, more countries in Europe is coming up. So I want to just up the content for everybody. Some people like to say I don't go outside, despite the fact I have dozens of vlogs in different countries of us going around. But I want to give you guys better content and just entertainment, man. I don't mind playing the bad guy or the controversial one in the space. At the end of the day, it's entertaining. You guys can't say it's not. So I think we'll do a little something where maybe I set up like some squabbles in every country that we go to, and we kind of just make it entertaining and dive into the culture. But I'll be in New York for a while.
Okay, all right. So unless you go to the zoo, unless you go to the zoo in October, Halloween,
It might happen. You never know. Let's see. I mean, people still got time to accept the challenge. So, I think if somebody was to accept the challenge, we make some content of us training up until that time, meet in the ring. I think at the end of the day, no matter how you feel about Rob, I think this boxing match idea is a really good idea. I think it'll bring a high level of entertainment to the travel space. You know what I mean? So why not?
You're right. No interest in fighting Milano. He's a veteran in the ring now. He's a veteran.
I feel like Milano just wants me to touch him. Like I don't think he really wants to fight. Because I don't really understand what his problem is with me. I really don't even know him. You know what I mean? So I don't know Milano. The only thing I know him for is having nasty charges. You know what I mean? I don't want to even entertain that. He's been writing me all week, talking to himself in my DM. I'm sorry, Milano, bro. I know you want to meet me, man. I know you look up to me, bro, but I don't got time for it, man.
Right. Okay. And the homies hub knockout QB passport flex and green beans. What up? Thank you for the $1.99. Man,
QB's first on the list, by the way. QB's first on the list for who I would absolutely drop it. I would drop everything I have going on to make that flight and knock his ass out. You know what I'm saying? Next is Fando, the biggest gangster in New York City that wants to knock out everybody that's a part of the homies hub, despite the fact that I offered to buy his flight to Medellin in private, and he denied. So I'm just showing you guys what these guys do on YouTube. They talk a lot of smack, but when you send them that direct DM, yo, bro, I'll buy your flight, they don't take the deal. So I don't see people going to DR. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Bando was in Cartagena. I was in Medellin. He let people pump for a year that I was running from him, despite the fact, I knew I couldn't come back to Colombia because of paperwork. When I got back to Colombia, the first thing we did was offer to buy his flight. He's been out there like 4 or 5 months. He has denied every single attempt for me to catch squabbles with him. So do I think he's going to come to a boxing match to get embarrassed? No. And I think a lot of guys don't want to speak on the boxing match because if you speak on it, but you don't actually agree to box, you're ducking, bro. So.
Well, let's. How about in 340 people watching Raze with the Homies Hub? Go ahead, Maj. Drop the Homies Hub channel link inside the chat. He has been on fire himself, and then over the past few months, 2026. Man, he is rising in the YouTube travel game for sure. How about Travel Squad? Would you go in the ring with Travel Squad?
I think I would. Yeah. I think I get in the ring with Travel Squad. He just talked too much. I think Travel Squad, you gonna be on the list next, bro. You on the list, bro? We gonna bump you up too, man. You run your mouth too much.
Travel
What's
Squad.
going on, Raze? Boy, Norwich, and I want to say shout out to all them budget travelers. You know what I'm saying? I ride first class. I don't have to do fundraisers to be in different countries. I stay in 5-star hotels. So no, I will not fight in a comedy plane rider. I'm a first class rider, bro. We're in different leagues.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Do
try
you want
Razer
to
though.
box?
Excuse me.
Do you want to box?
Easily, bro. But what I'm saying is that we're in two different leagues.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, so are you agreeing to the boxing match that's coming up?
Sosua.
In,
Halloween, Travel Squad.
Yeah, DR.
I'm not going to Epstein Island. Why would I go there?
Look, see what I'm saying?
I can't be seen there.
See what I'm saying, Raze?
No,
It's
I don't
like
want-
every time I give them the opportunity, they just make excuses, bro. Every time.
I don't go there.
But for charity, Travel Squad, charity. There you nigga.
I don't want to be seen there. Period. Zero. I don't go there. I haven't been there in 10 years. I don't want to be seen there with all
Bro,
them clowns.
you are gonna get the dog shit beat out of you if you come to DR, bro.
What'd you say, Fish Eyes?
You're gonna get the dog-ish beat out of you if you come to DR. Like you're gonna get beat the hell up, bro. You think you old and decrepit now? You really gonna be decrepit after that.
By who? You and your 4 titties? Or your fat ass? Which one?
Pause.
It ain't no pause, nigga. You said it.
Pause.
You was getting real in your feelings the other night.
Pause, bro. Pause.
So I heard.
Pause.
You comparing your bodies to women's bodies, but anyways, I just want to say salute to all y'all budget travelers out there, man. All you guys that are doing fundraisers. Some of us just do it. We just catch planes and ride first class. While y'all sitting at home.
Can you show me what your crib look like? Turn your camera on and show us. Show me what first class living look like.
I tell you what, it ain't at my mama's house.
Okay, but turn your camera on. Let me see. Show me.
You always want to see me on the camera. Nigga, you weird. Stop it.
Nah, because you get money, right? So show me that you get money, bro. Turn your camera on.
You're welcome to go to my channel anytime. Just don't comment. I might block you. No, I ain't gonna block you.
Turn your camera on right now?
You always want to see you always want to see another man, bro. You weird.
All right, so you don't want to box and show me that you like that, and now you don't want to show me this money that you're making. So guess what? I don't.
You're a budget traveler. You're a budget traveler. Why would I want to? Why would I want to fight a budget traveler?
I don't believe you, nigga.
It's not for you to believe.
I don't believe you. I think you live in a shack, bro.
Okay, I'll be that. And I think you're 250 pounds. You're lying about being 230.
No, I am actually 240.
You two. How much?
I'm 240, bro.
If you 240, you 250. You 260 ass nigga. You lying about your weight. Add 30 pounds on it.
Okay.
Pull out a scale and put on your camera.
Is that why you don't want to box?
We're not even in the same weight class.
How much you weigh?
Your titties weigh more than me.
How much do you weigh?
All 4 of them.
How much do you weigh?
Cut it out, Fish Eyes. We're not doing that tonight. But hey, I just want to tell y'all, boy, Norwich.
Old niggas talk so much shit, and when it's time to throw down, y'all don't want to say or do nothing. How much do you weigh? Is that why you ducking, bro? Because you know I'm gonna maul you.
You know what? I want to put trademark black eyes around your damn head, just like Keys. I want to give you trademark black eyes, but you're a budget traveler. I have no business or reason even associating with you. Looking at you makes me itch. I'm good, bro.
Nah, bro. I think
you an itchy ass nigga.
You not.
But homie's up been away for a while, so he got some money, right? You got some money. You've been living in Colombia for a while now, right? Well, you go.
I was living in I was living in Asia and Colombia. I spent just as much time in Asia this year as I spent in Colombia. 6 months.
Yeah, that's the first time when I spoke to you. I believe we were both in Asia around the same time. So that's when I'm. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know you to be making fun of you jokes. I thought that you were what you were doing was cool. I just be joking online, man. But I would still give you trademark black eyes just to let you know. If you shrink them titties a little bit, you too big.
How much do you weigh?
What's next? Age, sex, and location? Stop it, man. I don't want to be a part of anything you got going on.
Bro, all right, bro. You saying I'm too big for us to box? If you could give me some idea of how much you weigh, maybe I'll just go lose the weight so we can meet at the like a similar weight. Make it fair for you.
I'm not meeting up with none of you weirdos at all.
Right.
Period.
Yeah. Okay, bro.
All right. I'll tell you what. You show me a first class ticket, and then we can make something shake.
Bro, how about you show me whether your hands work or not? We don't need to. You won't even turn your camera on to show us your crib, bro. What are we
hands,
talking about?
Hold on. I just want to let you know. So you don't know about me. My hands, foot, elbows, knees, and head work.
Pause. Whoa. You know.
Oh, wait, I think you said handwork.
Nah. He said my head work. He said my head work. Pause, bro. Pause. Yo, pause.
I will headbutt you in your big goddamn mouth, bro. Let me get in the clinch with you. I will do some things, man.
You talking about clinching, bro? We talking about boxing, bro.
This man doesn't understand.
A whole nother conversation up here by yourself.
This man does not understand the art of fighting. He's always thinking about weird stuff.
This conversation with him, man.
He's always thinking about weird stuff, man. I ain't got time to do that. I'm somewhere where you want to be, and you can't afford it.
So no fight. So no fight with you guys, Travel Squad. You're not going to the zoo, aka Sosua, to fight anybody. Homie.
No, he needs to fight with his doctor. He needs extra Ozempic. Extra.
Yeah. Well, so. Oh, Game Changer wanted to say something, right? Game Changer. Let's see what maybe Game Changer fight accept the challenge. Game Changer.
Hold on, Raze. I gotta bounce real quick. I'm going to head out on the town, whatever, with my women. But I want to tell all y'all, boy, Noich, and shout out to all you budget travelers, man, and fundraising guys.
Shut up, nigga. You ran out of data. That's why you getting off the stream, bro. Shut up.
All right, later, fish eyes.
All right. Yeah, and that was of course, Travel Squad. Now, Game Changer, you here? What up?
Hey, what's going on?
All good. Say what's up to homie Sub. What you got for us?
Hey, what's up with you, homie Sub?
What's up, Game Changer?
Actually, I did have something for you. I came up with something else, but I did have something for you. You on Intuition, what's wrong with that? Because, I don't know, I think it was like a month ago, y'all both were, talking about the same stripper that came into the space. Now y'all want to throw hands. What's up with that?
Who? Me want to throw hands with who?
I think you said you want to throw hands with Intuition.
Yeah, because I just feel like for dudes that used to be bros, when you would turn on your bro the way Mentuition did, I mean, they turn on each other, so it's not really a shock. I just feel like there was a lot of talk of, oh, these dudes be talking, and when they see each other, they don't do nothing. I'm just like, yo, I don't even understand why anybody in y'all position would run y'all mouth the way y'all do. So, listen, it's a friendly fade. I'm not saying if I see them, I'd pull up on them with aggression. I don't have that level of hatred for either one of those dudes. It's just, you running your mouth, and sometimes when dudes run their mouth, they forget they could get punched in it. So let's run it. Let's catch a fade. Simple as that.
Unmute your mic when you're ready to talk, Game Changer, because you got a echo. Yeah, go ahead, Game Changer.
No, thank you. I was saying what was said that brought it to this.
I mean, you gotta go check that whole thing, bro. It's a lot. Like, I did my streams on it. But it was basically just, I had two dudes that were just getting really jealous about how much clout I was gaining, right? It wasn't just the numbers on YouTube. It's the fact that people were buying tickets to come out and hang out with me and Medellin, and they just felt some type of way and felt like they needed to try to go at me or undermine me to sell tickets to their boat party that ultimately never happened because Rob sent the whole itinerary to migration. So, that never happened. And I guess they backed away from even like promoting it or something like that because they don't know what's going to happen with migration. But I think that's even more of a reason why they should go catch that fade with Rob. Because if Rob done took money out y'all pocket from packing y'all up to migration, and he's giving you the opportunity to go knock his ass out, the first thing I would do for the sake of content is go knock his ass out. So if neither one of them take him up on that offer, then you already know what time it is.
Okay, I appreciate it, bro. Second thing was for Razor. So earlier I seen O'Shea Duke Jackson did a video on, and he tagged you in it. It's called something about Kenya and how brothers aren't welcome there. They were specifically saying no, no more black brothers from America or whatnot should go to their country, talk to women and stuff like that. I want to say this when the last dude was up, that you need to stop paying these people. You need to stop giving them charities. You need to stop feeding the flies on their face. Like, let them be where they're gonna be. It's not really your place to help them economically, and anything that you do is really just gonna cause more hate because they understand that you're paying to get into their good graces. So you're never going to be, because they feel like once they embrace you, once they're in your good graces, you're gonna stop paying. So you're just gonna be on this perpetual cycle. So I want to tell the last dude who, unfortunately he wasn't let into Colombia, that they create these hostilities, thinking that if hoping that you'll try to be a nice enough guy and that they'll let you back in. Just leave those people where they want to be.
My homie, so while you here, John, what do you think about John? Don P, his situation.
Yeah, so I spoke on it. I thought that was whack what they did to him, but so let me just clear the air, right? Because a lot of you guys were saying the whole thing with migration sending people back is, oh, they don't mind that you guys are coming here to deal with pros. They just don't want you broadcasting it. None of that is true. I just want to make that very, very clear that the biggest broadcasters of S work in Colombia are the Colombians themselves. Not only do they partake more, they just have a different way of doing it, but it's like you should pay attention to what's actually going on. You got a corn star that's currently applying to be a government official, like she's running for votes, and she's a very well-known corn star. They just had a webcam S-Cam Expo in Medellin where they're attracting people from all over the world to come to Medellin for the sake of corn and corn sites and webcam stuff. So they promote that S-Work stuff more than any passport bro ever can, right? What it is that it's very simple. Colombians naturally are xenophobic, and they're very jealous of the fact that they are watching YouTubers come to their country and run the numbers up on their women's aesthetics, and they can't get a piece of it. That's really it. It doesn't go any deeper than that. Like they don't have a way to tax the YouTube bread that's being made by the creep cameras, by the like the lifestyle guys. They don't have a way to tax it at all. So their only way to really try to like stop it is to start creating this scare campaign where you're scared to want to come down there and even meet women. Because keep in mind, they're turning away dudes that have condoms in their bag, right? Or they're going through your phone to see if you're texting the women. It's like you could say they're trying to stop a certain traveler from like coming, but if they were able to monetize from the YouTubers, they wouldn't be doing this. So now what they're explicitly trying to do is they're trying to make a scene out of the content creators so that they can look like they're not the way that they are. But as soon as you land foot in the country, you already see like, okay, this person's trying to sell me substances. This girl's trying to sell me their body. It's all over the place. And the Colombians partake more than the foreigners do. There's never really more than 100 foreigners in Parquilleras every night. Now, ask me how many Colombian dudes are partaking in S-commerce on a day-to-day basis. It's in the thousands, bro. It's not even comparable. There's billions of views on some of these corn sites coming straight from Colombia. So it's not that, oh, they just don't want you broadcasting it. It's no, they haven't figured out a way to tax it. So let's just discourage you from coming here and shooting content. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna disagree with you on that slightly. Like in my experience in going to Colombia, they're not really concerned about money as much as you would think. I don't think that money is the bottom line motivator. I think it is reputation, and here's why. Like they understand that they can make more money through Airbnb if they were allowed to, if they were to rent out Airbnbs to tech bros and stuff like that. That they'll get more money in property taxes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But they don't. They understand that, if they allowed Uber to go certain places, they would make more money, but they don't allow Uber to go certain places because they want their cab drivers, they want their local cab drivers to make some bread off that too. So I think that they put restrictions on that because they feel like it's in the best interest of the country, not money wise.
I mean, bro, sorry not to cut you off, but you
No.
kind of just contradicted yourself just now
Go for
because
it.
it's like you're saying that they can make more money with Uber, but they're slowing down Uber so that their cab drivers can make money. Who's driving Uber and who's driving cab?
Well, no, both local people and cab drivers. Well, excuse me, Uber are both local people. I don't even know if they have foreigners that are Uber drivers. I'm saying that their policies, and let's stick with the Airbnb. Their policies isn't necessarily for the local people to get taxed more, because they could raise everything up and make it like Malibu, if they were, or Miami if they were trying to go in that
They
direction.
could tax the cab driver, bro, and they can't tax the Uber driver because the Uber driver's bank account is linked directly to Uber. So they don't get a piece of Uber. That's why last year or 2 years ago, driving Uber was illegal because Colombia couldn't make no money from it. And that's how they operate. If they can't get no money from it, then they start going against it. Once they can start making money from it, they don't care. So you have to have a license to drive a cab out here. And they have days where the drivers can be on the road and how much they have to pay to be able to drive for a certain amount of time. You can't do that with Uber. You see what I'm saying? That's why they were scrutinizing Uber.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It could be that they were presented it to the public, in this case me, in a way that makes them look more favorable. I give you that. I don't know how that will work with the Airbnb thing, but you're right. It could have like a underlying financial motivator. I do think that it's kind of strange that they don't increase the penalty for those scopolamine crimes against tourists, but they're policing tourists real heavy for going to the country. I mean, to me, once a country makes it clear that that they're gonna do something like that, it's probably in your best interest to just leave them alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's their country, so I'm not mad at what it is they're doing. They could do whatever they want to do. I just think us as dudes, or just content creators, no matter how you feel, you just gotta just really just respect that you have no power. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of just gotta let them do what they gonna do. So.
And thank you, Ash. Why do black traveling dudes hate each other so much? It's disturbing to me when did traveling come to this. Shaking my head says Ash L. Salute.
I agree.
And CC is back in the building. What up, CC?
What up, Raze? You know what I'm saying? It's just, speaking about us being content creators and us being men in the space, one of the things that we want to make sure that we actually represent is true manhood. And true manhood makes it so that we don't attack beautiful women that comes into the space for whatever reason. We want to make sure that we are the true leaders in the space and give them the actual the platform to be able to speak their mind, unless of course that you feel like you could never pull that type of woman. What you think, Raisin?
Razor, we can't hear you if you're responding.
Well, hold on. Let me hello?
He's thinking. We
No, I
got
mean,
you,
homie,
Raisin.
up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, I made sure. All right, what you said, Casanova?
We were just responding. We were just talking about us being men in the space and us being leaders in this YouTube creation space and wanting to represent ourselves as the true alpha males who will accept the women in this actual space that decide to come in and not attack them. Don't you believe that we should be the leaders and we should be accepting and opening the doors to the beautiful women, unless, of course, we have like this Napoleon complex and we're upset that they wouldn't give them no pussy type shit. What you think, Razor?
How did Napoleon? Okay.
Well, you know what? We have multiple women inside the space. Shout out to Zed. Shout out to Yo Soy Kayla. Now she's been, absent for a minute, but shout out to Yo Soy Kayla. Of course, Mariah Sincere. She is in the running for Rookie of the Year to the chagrin of a lot of people. But shout out to her.
Shout out to Mariah Sincere,
Mariah
Rookie of the
Sincere.
Year. Finally, We get some beauty in the goddamn space, and we don't gotta worry about the momos and the chomos in the space worried about us. Salute to Mariah.
And the double R kick homies up off the panel. He's using complete sentences and making sense. Bring up some guys that can't afford to travel and go anywhere. Now, well, we're not gonna get too much into Mariah Sincere, because it's.
No, it's not about Mariah. It's about the
yeah.
suckers that got a problem with her. It's about the bitch ass niggas that's want to talk about that they should fucking be in the ring with her or even in a joking matter. Sucker nigga shit. That's what we talking about.
Hey, so I know this is between you and somebody else, but I do have to say this.
Yo, salute, game changer.
Yeah, salute to you, brother. Do you realize that after all of this that you're doing, she's still not gonna fuck you?
It's not about fucking us. It's about us representing ourselves as men.
Exactly my
Game
point.
changer. You got to remember something. At the end of the day, when you are coming from a place of abundance, where you get pussy in every state that you go to, in every country that you're at, in every location that you pull up in, that you can pull a beautiful woman. It's not about fucking looking at one specific woman and trying to conquer that. It's about the fact that we're supposed to be respecting ourselves as men. We're supposed to be representing ourselves as the prime actual alphas in this world. And the thing that we don't do is we don't attack women just because that they're being women. We know that women are emotional. Game changer. You have many conversations about this emotional instability of women. Yes or no?
Yes, I do.
So you know that that's the case, correct?
I don't feel that it's alpha to encourage or allow a group of men to be influenced by women.
We don't need to be influenced in it. If you're a strong man, you don't even acknowledge it, right? Game changers, you don't even acknowledge it. You don't even acknowledge it. You just let them do what women do.
But
wait, Cece, can I ask you a question? Wait, hold on. Can I ask you a question? Weren't you supposed to meet up for a fist fight and you ended up beating a dude with a stick than just throwing hands? So how can you speak
I whip
on
niggas down. When niggas, you have to remember what
how
we
can
do
you speak
is
on
we teach.
manhood
So you ask me a
and you
question,
can't
I'm gonna
even give a
answer
dude
it. I'm gonna
hands?
answer the question. So
All
let me
right,
tell
all
you
right.
what it is. We don't.
What's the
There's no
question?
such things as rules in this motherfucking world. When you a pussy nigga and you ain't never been outside, you don't know what it is to make sure you come home. I don't give a fuck about what the fuck you pussy ass niggas think, especially a bitch ass nigga that fucking talk about other women and talk down on beautiful black women. Bitch, I'll beat your ass with a stick too. I'll beat Social to the point to where that nigga said, I'm gonna expose NYC. I brought that nigga back to the light. It's about making sure that you brothers understand that you need to stand on your motherfucking square, you bitch ass niggas. I'm tired of you sucker ass niggas thinking that this space is safe for you. It ain't. It ain't safe for you niggas. And at the end of the day, if I see you, I'm gonna beat your ass with a stick too. Unless you apologize, get on your knees, and suck that beautiful Mariah Sincere twat. You heard, pussy?
All right, hold on. All right, we'll let homie Sub respond to that. Hold on, let's cool down a bit. And shout out to everybody watching. I'm about to break out of here in a few minutes, but let's let them respond. Hold on. All right, be calm, be cool. The homie Sub, go ahead and respond before
I don't have anything to say. I find CC to be very very amusing. He's like a professional.
I noticed that you didn't actually respond to the fact that you was talking down on a beautiful black sister, especially the woman that you sitting here having a problem with. Instead of being able to have an intellectual conversation, you attacked her. You attacked her physicality, and that makes you look like a weak pussy.
CC, all I know is that you got exposed for trying to get really.
You're traveling. I ain't drunk. What are you talking about? I'm so good.
Well, hold on now. Don't start over talking me now, because you don't want me to land my point.
Salute.
Because you don't want me to land my point, bro. All I know
Land one
is
point.
that
Unless you're
is
talking about what you did, I ain't trying to hear
that
nothing that you're talking
you
about.
all right?
Because at the end
Exactly,
of the day, when I
exactly.
wanted to meet up with you, you made every excuse for it not to happen. When
Yo,
you told
CC,
me
shut
we
up,
was
bro.
gonna pull
Nobody
up and we
believes
was
that
gonna
shit.
have a boxing match, you made every fucking excuse.
Nobody
You said
believes
you was
that
gonna
shit,
box, you
CC.
needed to box QB. Then that shit never happened.
No,
Then you said that you
nobody
had to go
believes
back to
that
the
shit, bro.
States. That shit never happened. Then when you finally
Nobody
do get back
believes
to the
that
States,
shit, bro.
all of a sudden that you talking to another female. At the end of the day, you know what I don't like? I don't like when pussy niggas don't talk about what they doing. I don't give a fuck what you talking about because at the end of the day, anybody I met up with I give them respect for pulling up at the end of the day.
Talk
Period.
about what you
Anything else that you're
doing.
talking about, you're talking about pedo
Talk
shit.
about what
And you're
you
talking
doing.
about pedo shit. And at the end of the day, that sounds like you
Nah,
defending pedo
we
shit.
talking about you
Nah,
being a
that is
booty
what it is.
bandit.
I know that you new niggas that ain't
We
been
talking
around this
about you
YouTube
being a
space.
booty
I
bandit,
totally
CC.
understand that y'all don't really know what it is. But at the end of the day,
Wait, hold on, chat.
everybody you got beef with, you didn't pull up on. Y'all in
Chat.
the same state. Y'all in the same country. You now in the same motherfucking space with everybody else that wasn't in
Chat.
Colombia, and you could pull up easily.
CC got
What happened, my
exposed
nigga? What
for
happened?
being a
What
booty
happened?
bandit. And this is why he come
Exposed.
on
You know
here
what's
walking.
crazy? Why would you even be talking about that if that's what you really believe? That means that's really what's on your mind. That's what you give a fuck about. You like that booty bandit
Nah,
conversation. Because
because
instead of you talking
I'm not
about throwing
arguing
hands,
with a dude
instead of
that's
you
a
talking
known
about, all
booty
right, no doubt.
bandit,
So if
bro.
you believe that's what you
That's
believe,
it.
why you ain't sitting there trying to talk about meeting up and actually dealing with the situation at
You a
hand?
boo?
I'm
What?
telling you, you
Why would?
pussy. I'm telling you,
What?
you a sucker. I'm telling you, you talk about women and you fucking talk about putting hands on women, and I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you when I see you in real life, just on the strength of Mariah being a woman. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't care that you was joking. I don't care that you was trying to make content. I'm gonna fuck you up on sight because you different. You talking about putting hands on a woman. Now talk about that, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah,
Well, can
go
I
ahead,
say,
see. Let
can I say
respond.
something?
Let homie respond.
All
Can I
I
say
want
something
to
quick?
say is CC has a whole documentary on YouTube
Exactly. You ain't
of
talking
him.
about the real shit because you a
See, look,
pussy. Because
he
you a
don't want me to
sucker, nigga.
talk because
Nigga,
he
I
got
don't want to, nobody
exposed.
want to hear about gay shit. That's the
He got
problem with you
exposed for
faggot
being
ass
a
niggas.
booty
You
bandit.
really
Look,
want to
look.
talk about
He
that
triggered.
faggot
He
ass
triggered.
shit.
He
You
triggered.
want to talk about it.
He
You want to
triggered. He
spin the
triggered.
narrative. Hey, yo,
He triggered.
everybody in the chat, let's talk about the fact that Homie Hard want to talk about some gay shit instead
He
of actually throwing
triggered.
hands. I want to see you,
Nah.
pussy.
Hold on,
You
hold
in
on.
the States, pussy. Tell me
All
where
right.
you at.
We don't gotta wait. We don't gotta wait to look me. You in the States. I wanna pull up on you now, nigga. Talk about that, nigga. Talk about that, nigga.
All right,
Talk
Sosua
about you
Halloween.
joking
Can I
about
say
putting
Sosua
something?
hands on a
Halloween. 400
female.
people watching.
Talk
Didn't you
about you
get packed
talking
up by
about putting
backpack?
hands on a
Wait, hold on,
female.
hold on.
My nigga,
Did
that's what
somebody
I'm gonna
already
see you
pack you
about.
up?
I don't care what you talking about.
Did
You in the
somebody
States.
already pack
I
you
don't
up?
care what you talking about. You
You
in the
got packed up
States.
already,
Any
bro.
nigga in the sector talk about putting hands on females, I'ma handle directly, nigga. Cause no matter what, I
Hey,
represent the
can I say
chat.
something? Can
And
I chime in?
Didn't
nobody in
you
the
get
chat
packed up
talk
by
about putting
backpack,
hands on
bro?
females. Unless they pussies.
All right,
Unless
so
they bitch ass niggas. So how
you had a
about this?
boyfriend
You
in
in
the
the States.
travel
Hey, I
Shut
have a
space,
the fuck
question.
up, pussy.
and
You
then
in the
you got
States.
packed up
You
by
in the
somebody named
States. How about we
Backpack,
gonna pack you up right now? How
and
about
you
the
thought
moment you tell me
Social
where you at?
Loner
The
was
moment
gonna
you
whoop
tell me
on
where
you,
you
so
at,
you brought
I'ma
a
pull up.
stick.
How about this? The moment you tell me where you at, I'ma pull up. Where you at? Where you gonna be at, pussy? I'm gonna pull
Sosua
up on you.
Halloween.
CC,
I'm gonna
He's
put
gonna be
CC,
at
fuck
bro,
Sosua
we've done
Halloween.
this
Halloween.
I'm gonna
already,
pull up
bro.
on this nigga now. Listen, let me tell you something, game changer. I got bread,
We've
nigga.
done this
I'll pull up
already.
whenever, wherever,
All right,
nigga.
Well,
I don't work for the
can you
man,
pull up
nigga.
in
I get that
October?
money. I'm making the money my own way. And I make sure to keep this space clean, nigga. I
all right,
represent
bet.
the truth. I
Well, no,
represent
no,
the
no.
real
But can you
ones.
pull up
How
in
We
long till you
October
get
expose
to
the
the
Halloween?
Bronx?
pedos. We
Wait, hold
expose
on.
the dudes that put
How
hands
long
on
till you get to the
females. I'm
Bronx?
not trying to hear nothing unless you
How
telling
long
me
till you get to
where
the
you at.
Bronx?
Unless you
Now let's
telling
meet.
me
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you at,
yeah.
we
CC, let's
not
do
trying
it.
to hear nothing, nigga.
CC, let's
Unless you
do it.
telling me where you
How
at,
long till you
I'm
get
not
to the
trying to
Bronx?
hear nothing. You
I'm in the
pussy,
Bronx.
unless you telling me where you
I'm in the BX.
specifically gonna be, nigga.
I'm in the
All you gotta do,
BX.
put the Addy in the damn back chat. I ain't trying to hear nothing
I
else.
bet. Look,
Do
hold
it
on,
right now.
hold
Stop
on.
talking.
Game
Start
changer.
typing. typing. Stop
Game changer.
talking. Start
Confirm that I'm putting
typing.
the addy
Stop
right
talking.
now.
Start typing. Stop
Confirm that I'm
talking.
putting the addy
Start
right now.
typing.
Yeah,
Stop
I do that.
talking. Start typing.
Hold on. Hey, chat, we dropping the addy to CC right now. See if he
Bet.
pull up. See if he pull up.
That's all we gotta know.
I bet $1,000 he don't pull up.
And I'm gonna tell you right now,
I bet
if it ain't
$1,000
where
he don't
you
pull
at,
up.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if it ain't where you at, I'm gonna catch you when you slipping on live and I'm gonna beat you
Man,
down
shut
with
your
a
ass
Louis
up, nigga.
slugger.
I
I
just
know
dropped
you
the Addy
pussy.
in the
I
chat.
know you pussy.
Game changer, can you confirm that we just dropped the Addy in the chat?
Where?
Yeah, he dropped it.
Where? What chat?
Okay, Addy's
He
in the
dropped it
chat.
in the private chat. I
What
see it. It's
chat?
in the
See you
private
soon,
chat.
CC.
This
I'm here,
what
bro.
chat? What
I'm here,
chat?
bro.
No,
No
it's in the
doubt.
private chat.
I'm
All right,
glad
calm
you
down,
said
guys.
it.
Chat, nigga,
Let's
you
kick
don't
it
see
to
So
it?
we
the
gotta
ring.
see.
No,
You
So
don't
pull
we
see
up.
gotta
it?
see.
Let's hand in the ring.
Come on, come
Sosua,
on.
Halloween. Come
Let's
on,
go,
Sosua,
CC.
Halloween. Yeah, guys, Sosua, Halloween. Y'all can hear me, homie sub and game changer.
Yeah, we hear you.
Uh
Well, I
That's
mean,
his
I just
name,
want to say, for the
J-Rod.
record, he did drop
That was a good
an
fight.
address in there, so that happened. Now, I want to just remind everybody that she's still not gonna sleep with him. So it's amazing because I kind of got the feeling that that she came to really bring division between brothers in this space, and then here's case in point. I mean, that's just like the ultimate of what not to do. But nevertheless, I want to talk about like what species of alpha, whether it's alpha gorilla, whether it's alpha lion, whether it's alpha anything, do the main do the alpha of that particular species not catch a fade? Like, what do lions not accept a challenge from other lions who want to be alpha? Like, and also, like, which species defend the rights of the females to take a alpha male position in it? I'm curious. Do y'all know of one? Like, is it chimpanzees? Is it lions? Oh, maybe bonobos.
Game changer, can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah, you got it.
That we have never said anything about putting hands on a woman. That's not even my character. That's not even anything I've ever done or will ever
I don't
do
think you
in
did
my
either.
life. Yeah, we've never said anything like that. People were just asking if she was gonna hop in the ring, and we was like, she could go hop in the ring with the Venezuelan chick that she was arguing with, or the tour guide chick. No man is fighting Mariah. We don't do that. No matter how much me and her go back and forth, we do not inflict violence on women. That is not it.
No,
I'll put you on mute. Yeah, mute yourself, Dream. Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't think that you did something like that. I mean, the energy I got from him was he wanted to have this like hero. He wanted to be viewed as a hero in the eyes of Mariah. However, it.
Oh,
don't
so
really
yo,
work
hold
like
up,
that.
game changer. Oh, so you saying you sorry? You saying you never said that? Cause we ran it back, nigga. Just say sorry to the female that you was
CC, I
joking
dropped the
about putting
Addy,
hands
bro.
on her,
No
nigga.
talking.
Nigga, I'm gonna pull up. You
I
don't gotta
dropped the
worry
Addy.
about that, nigga.
I'm
I'm
not even
already
talking
booked.
to you till you
I'm
pull
already
up.
booked. I'm a diamond medallion member, nigga. I'll be flying your
I
first
bet.
flight.
I bet.
Sosua,
At the end of
guys.
the
Say less.
day, say
Sosua.
you sorry to the female. Just say you sorry for
Sosua,
talking
guys.
shit. Say you sorry for going at a woman in the space because you scared that she gonna take the little tiny bit of bread you making. Stop acting like you have a problem with it. She ain't do shit to you, nigga. And you wanna attack a female. None of us co-sign on that pussy shit. Maybe game changer because that nigga got fucking problems because every bitch he ever been with cheated on him. Maybe the pussies in the chat that got a problem with females because they got cheated on or because they can't fuck a bitch to make them love them. That the end of the day, them the niggas that support you. But at the end of the day, the moment I hear you talking about you gonna put hands on a female, nigga, I heard it. I heard it specifically, and I ran it back a few times. I don't give a fuck if you was joking. We don't joke like that in this motherfucking space. So if you saying you ain't saying, either way, I'm still gonna fuck you up. But at least she'll know that you was joking and you sorry, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, and thank you for the $5 right there, DJ for long. Mr. G said thank you. Y'all got
That boy, I
hey,
don't know why he left. That boy was simping. I ain't none of them things. I don't got no problem getting women. I ain't no weirdo in the chat. And I've been told y'all, Shorty came to the space to divide the space because she initially went viral by saying all black men only travel to Colombia for women. So when that's how you get on in this space, then you're here to divide the space. And I've
Exactly.
said that from the jump. I'm not with nobody. I'm not on Homie Hub's side. I'm not on CC. I'm not on nobody's side. I'm just telling y'all, as somebody who advocate for black men, all you niggas that be on her panel, in her chat, y'all simps, because I know what I saw. Just like CC said he know what he heard, I know what I saw. In the first video I ever saw Shorty was her saying, every black man that travels to Colombia are only traveling there for one thing.
Facts.
Simple. Simple.
Facts.
And that's all I gotta say. And that's all I will ever say. Until a nigga say that's not true, which everybody knows is true. Everybody knows it's true. Till a
Yeah,
nigga
right.
prove that's not true, I don't want to hear nothing about it. You niggas are simps and cornballs for being on that panel. Because you should not be with nobody generalizing all black men. If it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and it was a white dude generalizing all black people, y'all wouldn't be with it. But since it's a chick that some of y'all find attractive, y'all gonna sit there and say everything's okay. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna continue to say what I say. And I'm never gonna go on her show. I'm never gonna be in her chat. I'm never gonna be on her panel because black men need to police black men. White men and black women need to stay out of black men business. Just like a black woman is gonna tell a black man to stay out of black women business. That simple. Nobody should be, unless it's a black man, policing what black men do and making a living off of telling a bunch of black men, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this. Like you got some superior ulterior motive or something. All right, appreciate it, Race. I'm going.
All right, Dream. Shout out to you, Dream. I'm about to end this live. I gotta break out of here. 400 people still watching Raise, the homies hub.
Damn, Raze, it just got good, man.
I know.
Hey,
really
Homie Hub,
have
come to my channel, bro.
Yeah, I really do have to
bet.
put Game Changer going live. Game Changer going live.
I'll go live right
I dropped
now.
the Homies Hub link. I dropped the Homies Hub, so Game Changer's going live. So I'm gonna drop Game Changer and Dream. Shout out to you, Dream. Thank you for pulling up. Let me drop the game. So you going live? I guess Homies probably go live too after Game Changer or while Game Changer live.
I'll go live. I'll just dual stream and I'll talk to Game Changer a bit, but we'll go live.
Yeah, do a duo stream, Game Changing the Homies Hub.
Yeah, then I'll go on yours then.
Okay, bet. All right. Bet.
All right. So Game Changer's gonna hop. So you're gonna hop on the Homies Hub. Okay. So let me drop Homies Hub. Let me drop Homies Hub right there. Let me drop your channel link again, Homies Hub, and then Game Changer gonna go over there. And I'm gonna break out of here. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Let me drop the channel link for Homies Hub because you didn't set the stream up yet.
I'll set it up. Damn, Raze, it was just getting good, man. I was trying to chill tonight. I can already see my audience telling me to go live. Oh shit, I can't hear nobody. Hey,
no,
I'm not talking to
CC.
CC.
Talk about the divide and conquer thing.
Yeah, one thing I'm not doing, I'm not talking to CC until he pull up. Game Changer, you can confirm that I just dropped the Addy for him. Anytime y'all tell me to drop the Addy, bro, I drop the Addy because I don't believe y'all. Y'all just be talking. So we gonna be on stream and we gonna be waiting for him. But we know he's not gonna know.
All right, yo,
Homies
Hub.
Real quick.
I know you about to leave. I gotta just say this one thing.
Oh my
Homies
God,
Hub.
bro!
You listen,
bro. Stop
listen.
harassing me, bro.
Bro, you sound like a bitch, bro. You was harassing Ryan Sincere, bro. You was harassing
writing me and
QB.
talking to yourself for the past 3 days in my DM.
Nah, bro.
Leave me alone,
I haven't
bro.
hit you up in the last
God
3
damn.
days. Stop lying, bro.
Jesus Christ, nigga, give me 6
lying.
weeks, bro. Get off
Are
my
we gonna box or what?
Jesus
What we gonna do?
Christ, my nigga. No, bro,
What we
because I
gonna
don't want you to touch me the way you touched that other girl, nigga, in the
Oh
bathroom.
no!
Bro.
Now you're making
Leave
up
me
lies.
alone,
Now
bro.
you're making up
You got
lies, bro.
rape charges,
Now,
bro.
no, now you're making up lies, bro. Now you're making up lies.
You in jail, bro.
You're making up stuff, bro. Why you making up stuff?
You up, nigga. Nigga send you to the upper room, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Why don't you do it then? Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it?
I'm good, bro. I let those Dominican niggas.
Let me. No, they ain't gonna do nothing because I was there for 3 months. Nobody did nothing. So what's up?
Right,
hey,
bro,
let
so
me ask you a question. I just gotta ask you a quick question.
Go
I gotta
back
ask
to
you
the
a quick
school and see
question.
what happened. Nah, nigga, don't ask me no questions.
I gotta ask you a quick question.
Nah, nigga.
So when are you gonna have that boxing
This nigga
match?
been
When you
talking
when you gonna be
himself
boxing in New York?
my DM for the past
Because I'll pull
3
up.
days, bro.
I'll pull up to New York. What's up?
Please.
I could pull up to New York
Mulatto,
unless you
leave me
ducking and
alone,
dodging, bro.
bro.
Now you
Leave me
trying to
alone,
hide
bro.
behind flip flop and all that.
Niggas
Come on,
ain't even
stop it,
say
bro.
your name and he popped up. Can you imagine if y'all niggas woke up from a nap and seen this nigga in the same room as y'all?
You're
Y'all probably
lying,
scream.
homie sub.
Y'all
You're
probably
deflecting,
scream,
bro.
son.
You want to box people who don't want to
Milano, leave me
box you,
alone,
but
bro.
you won't box people who do want to box. So how come you ain't
No,
fighting
I
Nakmeezy?
want
Why
to
you ain't
box
fighting Nakmeezy?
somebody who
Why you
I'm
ain't
not.
fighting Nakmeezy? Why
I'm.
you rejected Nakmeezy?
We didn't reject Nakmeezy. I told
You
Nakmeezy to
did.
come meet me here in New York in box. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Nakmeezy can actually fight. Like I'm only fighting niggas that I got beef with or that can actually fight. I don't
Well,
have
you
beef.
said you had beef with me. You told me if I see him
No,
in the
I did
street, you
not.
said, "Yo, you
No,
listen."
I did
Hey,
not.
listen,
You're
homies
delusional,
hub.
nigga.
All you gotta say is, listen. All you gotta say is, you ain't
No,
threaten me,
Milano.
and we'll
It's the
leave it
most attention
alone. You
you're ever
gotta
gonna
keep
give me
coming
in
with
your
this slick
life,
stuff and
bro.
making these
No,
deflections, bro.
no, no, Milano. I don't want to be your friend.
I
No,
don't want to be your
no,
friend. I'm just saying, get in the
no.
boxing
I
ring. You
don't want to
keep
be
trying
your
to
friend,
deflect and make up
Milano. Oh
lies,
my
bro.
God, Milano. Oh my God, bro. Leave me
You a
alone, bro.
coward,
Oh
bro.
my
You a
God, bro.
coward.
I don't want to be your friend, bro. No, bro. No, bro. I'm not
Okay,
gonna be
let me
your
ask
friend
you a
with you,
question.
bro.
If you
No, bro.
want
I'm
to
not gonna
fight
give you
QB,
snacks,
right?
bro. No, I'm
Why
not
you
gonna
ain't
play
directly hit him
basketball with
up?
you, bro.
Why you
No,
ain't
bro. I'm not
directly
gonna
hit
pull up with
QB
you,
up then?
bro.
If you want to fight
No,
QB,
bro.
you said you want to
No,
fight
bro.
QB. Why
I'm
don't you
not even
directly
listening
hit
to.
him up?
I'm not even listening to nothing you
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
bro.
because you keep
I'm,
deflecting,
I'm
bro.
not,
That's all
bro.
you do. You keep
I'm not.
deflecting, bro.
I'm not, bro. Go
You
check it
keep
with your PO,
deflecting.
bro. Go
Nah,
check it
yeah,
with
my
your
PO
PO,
from
bro, and
beating the
spend that
dude's ass.
urine.
I'm trying to put the beats on you, bro. So what's up?
Go and check it with your PO, bro. Send that urine in, bro, and just stay away from them kids,
Nah,
bro.
wait, I don't do no urines, boy. You stupid as hell. You don't even know what you're talking
Stay
about.
away from them kids, bro. That's
Nah, I'm
all
not
I
even
gotta
on
say,
that,
bro. Stay
bro.
away from them kids, bro.
Nah, I'm not even on that. How about if I come to New York, what you gonna do about it?
Nothing.
Yeah, yeah. It's sexually pussy ass nigga. Cause you pussy.
Sosua, guys.
You
Sosua.
pussy. Your mom should have
That's
swallowed
where the
you, bro.
boxing match would
Your
be held.
mom should have swallowed you. Your
Oh,
pop
I'm
should have
preparing
jacked
You
you
for
look
off,
that.
like
bitch.
your mom swallowed you
All
and
right.
then
Oh
spit it
no,
back on the pussy, you
no.
bitch.
Fuck they.
Yeah, guys. I think y'all got it. Y'all got it off.
Yeah,
Pause.
yeah. My bad,
Listen,
Raze. I know you try not to
yeah,
This
get
nigga look
demonetized.
like when
I'm
you
gonna
put
break
your
out,
cell
guys.
phone
I
too
gotta
close
break
to your
out.
balls. Like that's what he looked like. Like nah, bro. I'm
Yeah,
good.
you
I'm
coward, bro.
straight,
You
bro.
pussy. You pussy.
I'm
I don't
straight,
calm
bro.
down.
You scared. You scared, bro. Just say
Wait.
keep it real. You
I'm
scared.
not beating on special ed grown adults.
Oh, okay. Keep
Sorry, bro.
deflecting that. Keep
All right.
deflecting that, bro.
Hey,
But
Milano,
you'll
I got
beat on women though. You'll beat on women though.
All
That's
right.
that's how
Stop.
you
Stop.
get down.
No,
Yeah, we
no.
know.
Stop.
Bro,
Stop.
you
Okay.
can't
Oh,
even
my
get
bad,
that to
Raze.
stick.
No. He's not gonna
You
beat on
can't
no
even
woman.
get that to stick, bro. You actually assaulted a
All
woman.
right.
Like, bro, stop
You
it.
have proof? You have proof?
What are you talking
Calm down.
You
about?
have proof. You
Yo,
have
bro,
Hey
proof.
guys. Yeah.
drop your police report in the chat, bro.
You
You
have proof.
literally have
Let
you
me
have
ask you a question.
sexual
Let me ask you a
charges on
question.
you
You
for
have proof.
assault. What are you
You
talking
have
about, bro?
proof. You have
Guys.
proof.
What
You
are you
was
talking
there.
about?
You have proof. You was
Yeah, I
there.
got proof, bro. You can't go back to the States without registering, bro. You can't be
What are you
around school,
talking about?
bro.
I'm in the States right now. What are you
Children, bro.
talking about? You
What are you
stupid?
talking about right
Like I
now,
don't
bro?
have to register. What are you talking about? You
What are
sound
you talking
stupid.
about, bro?
What are
You
you talking
actually
about?
put your hands on women.
What
Did
are
you
you
not?
talking about? You talking about beating on a woman, bro, on your thing.
Where? Pull a clip.
All right. No. Hold on. We
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to homie's channel as I'm walking out. Now we go right there. I'm putting homie's channel. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna hold you no more, Razor. I just wanted to see where his heart was at. I know he's soft and he's scared, so it is what it is, man. You
I
keep
got a
saying
question
all
for
that
you though.
stuff, homie, something, keep ducking, bro. If you see me, you're gonna keep walking. You ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't gonna say all that.
I'm
You a
not gonna.
coward, bro.
I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do to you if I saw you in person on YouTube.
Bro, you
I'm
threatened to
not
tell
gonna
my
say what
PO,
I'm
so
gonna
that
do to you
means
if I saw
you
you
are
in
a
person
snitch. You are a snitch
on
and a
YouTube.
coward. You're a
I'm
bro. You're a
not
snitch and a
gonna be
coward,
friendly.
bro. You're a snitch and a coward, bro. That's it. You're a snitch and a
That's
coward, bro.
cool, bro.
You're a snitch and a coward.
You're a rapist.
Sosua. Halloween
Bro, on
in the
everything I
ring.
love, homies hub, I hope you die tomorrow, my niggas. How
All
about that? We done.
Aw,
Sosua Halloween.
aw.
Hey, I got something to ask you, brother. Wow.
All right, homie sub, salute. We gonna go over to your channel, homie sub.
All right, yeah, I'll go live.
You know, I dropped your channel link, and
Yeah, I'll be there, bro.
everybody go over to the homie sub channel, guys. Then continue the conversation over there. I gotta go downstairs. So and shout out to the game changer, Milano, everybody. We're popping in, CC. Salute to you guys.
Salute, bro.
Salute, salute.
All right, homie, sub. Salute, salute. We gonna be over there.
All right, peace.
Yeah, guys, y'all go head over to the homie sub channel. The link is dropped into the chat. Well, his channel link. Continue this spirited debate over there. Go to Homies Hub once again, to Homies Hub. I know it's gonna get wild over there. Man, let me make this run real quick. Right over there. Oh man, what a time to be alive in this travel space. It's on fire, guys. Right there, go to the Homies Hub right there, guys. Like I said, shout out to Don P. Shout out to Don P for coming up here, telling us what's going on out there in Colombia, why he got turned away. But he's keeping his head up, you know what I mean? He's in good spirits. And we'll see where it goes on from there. Thank you to the big donors. Thank you. So all the donors. And O'Shea Du Jackson was here. O'Shea was here. He's doing a video on Don P. If it's the minus, the $170, if it's the minus, thank you. I appreciate your super chats and everybody super chats. You know, all you guys been great, and we'll see what's going on in the travel space over the next couple of days, 24 hours, 48 hours, and I'll be back live. That's for sure. Until next time, I'm Raze, and I am out.